determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy. From saving early on to having income during retirement, Security Benefit can help you save for your future and leave a legacy for those you love. Security Benefit, proud sponsor of the LA Dodgers.
Hi, I'm Teoscar Hernandez. As a parent, I know that being present make all the difference. I have 3 young sons, and I learned that kids don't just hear our words, they feel them too. The way we respond in tough moments, the sense of security we provide, it all matters. When we help our kids to feel heard and supported, we help them feel safe and protected. That's why I support First 5 California and their mission to ensure every child has a stronger start in life. Learn more at first5california.com.
Dodger fans, you know a win.
It's off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Look at this shot.
Little Darren Baker was standing very close behind home plate.
Darren Baker, who's only 3 years old.
And JT Snow picked him up and carried him out of there.
Thank goodness that JT Snow was aware.
That was amazing.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Petco Park last weekend. Dodgers looking to dominate the division even more so tonight as they are 12 games.
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it. But as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a
PM as a manager with 3 World Series titles and now the fastest manager in modern baseball history to reach 1,000 wins. Congratulations on the accomplishment, the milestone, and it must be great to come back to Dodger Stadium with a lot of wins on that road trip.
It does. 72 road trip. Got the 1,000th win on the road in Sacramento, and for me it was. I'm not a big milestone guy, but to hear the players and what they said was really special, and that's what it's all about. And it's sort of a collection, an accomplishment from everyone, from so many people that supported me, the players, and it was just a good moment.
You know how to command a room. You know how to command a clubhouse. What was it like for you to have the floor after that game? I'm used to kind of, being in a clubhouse, but I do pick my spots. But talking about myself, that's hard. I love kind of being at the center and kind of lifting up players on certain things. So that was a little bit different. But again, Miggy said some nice things. Freddie said some nice things. And so did my little champagne toast and had a good time. I thought one of the better things about having to play in Sacramento and you getting that milestone win as a manager was the fact that the clubhouse
was all the way behind the center field wall. So you had to walk out after you did your interview and celebration, and 12,000 plus Dodger fans were saluting you on the way back. What was it like for you to have that walk in Sacramento with all those Dodger fans giving you that standing ovation?
That was great. You know, we travel well, and obviously, you know, wherever we're at on the road, Dodger fans seem to be there. And, you know, Sacramento, very intimate ballpark. I thought they did a great job having us there, Major League Baseball, you know, the athletics, all that stuff. It was 14,000 people, but like you said, it seemed like 12,000 were Dodger fans. So after the win, to be there, you know, there's them still in the stands giving me applause. That was great. That was a touching moment for me.
How many text messages did you have when you got back to your office?
So I changed my number recently, and I still had over like 150. So it was great. No, it's a lot of fun, and it just speaks to, you know, people are celebrating you and love to celebrate you, and that means a lot, because at the end of the day, you want people to like you, respect you, and so to run through those text messages was nice.
You've had deep connections with your teams over the last 11 years, but what is it about the last 2 years with these group of players that it seems like the connection is even deeper?
It has been. It's gone to another level these last couple of years. I think that over the course of 11 years, you know, you're continually trying to build trust, and obviously every year there's players that change in and out, but I do think that these last couple of years, especially with Freddie, with Mookie in particular, the buy-in has been just unwavering. You know, and then you had Teo and you had Will Smith. I think that, you know, Muncie's been with me longer than anybody, and he's kind of seen this whole evolution. But I think right now, and then also Mickey Rowe. So I think for me, it's like there's trust both ways. So it's just, I'm having more fun than I've ever had managing the Dodgers.
Speaking of Max Muncy, this is what Max Muncy said about Dave Roberts just a couple of nights ago, where he said that he's been with you since 2018, and you've helped him grow to be a better player. And he said he's seen you grow as a manager as well. What does it mean to hear something like that from a guy that you've been with since 2018 and that you've helped propel his career to an all-star level?
He's right in the sense that we've both helped each other. You know, I've grown as a manager, and I hope to continue to evolve and grow. And I think that I've challenged him on certain things on the field, off the field, and I think he's a better husband, a better father, a better ball player for it. We have a great relationship. I shoot him straight. But yeah, I think I've certainly grown as a manager too, and he's been. I just really enjoy watching his development, and I can't wait till he's named starter for the 26th All-Star game.
And that'll be Saturday. Dave Roberts will be managing the National League team in Philadelphia. Congratulations on such a...
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, you know, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Did he get another one? You bet! And a new Rockies record for home runs in front of the All-Star break.
Seiya, deep left. Cubs win! Seiya wins it! 10th walk-off of the year for the Cubs. The magician makes another one disappear. My word! He has homered in 4 straight games.
Casey Mize had one of the best starts of the year for a Tiger pitcher.
That stuff tonight was absolutely filthy, just allowing one hit with 10 strikeouts.
Cowser's at the wall. Cowser takes away another. Come on now. Back-to-back days, Colton Cowser has robbed a home run here at Camden Yards.
Here comes Pudge, and Burley tried to wrestle the ball out of his glove. Swinging at a pitch out.
Well, the catcher thought it was a pitch out, but McCarthy didn't know it. The umpire's going, whoa.
Ortiz did the strangest slide you've ever seen. He went down on one knee and went in frontwards.
Nice play by Punto, and the third base umpire takes a tumble.
Quite an acrobatic play, but he got out of the way.
Here at Morongo.
You've seen the movies. Now, live out Fast and Furious on the roller coaster you've been waiting for. Introducing Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift at Universal Studios Hollywood. Feel the rush at speeds up to 72 miles per hour and experience all the thrills of drifting in the driver's seat. It's time to ride like never before on our first ever high-speed roller coaster, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, opening this summer at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Hi, this is Dave Roberts. Heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, that's a risk. Summer colds can linger, and getting sick on vacation can derail everything. That's why everyone needs a medical emergency kit. It includes doctor-prescribed medications to treat common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. It's like having an urgent care and pharmacy at home. Save $45 with code BLUE at urgentcarekit.com/blue. urgentcarekit.com/blue.
Preset. Save.
We're already a preset in your car, I assume.
Preset number 1, never a doubt.
Well, we've taken that concept of you pledging your undying loyalty to us.
I demand absolute allegiance, no exception.
And we've brought it to the iHeartRadio app.
Simply click the button labeled Preset.
From that point forward,
our station gets anchored to the top of your app.
AM 570 LA Sports added.
LA's best sports talk. On air at AM 570, online on the iHeartRadio app.
It's the Dodgers and the Padres as we start a 4-game series this 4th of July weekend. As Dodgers a commanding 12-game lead in the division. The Padres limp in after getting boat race yesterday in the Windy City by the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers looking to stack more wins tonight. First pitch is coming up at 7:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Randy Vasquez on the mound for the Padres. 6-6, 4.44 ERA. The 27-year-old right-hander of the Dominican Republic, now in his 4th season in the big leagues. Came up with the Yankees, traded to the Padres, now in his 3rd full season. Fastball, mid-90s, a cutter, a sinker, a curveball, making his 16th start this season. 5 starts in the month of June. He was 1-3 with a 7.84 ERA. Last start was against the Dodgers last weekend at Petco Park. 3 1/3 innings, 7 runs, 8 hits, and a loss to the Dodgers. Randy Vasquez against the Dodgers this year in his career, 0-3 with a 5.57 ERA. Roki Sasaki on the mound for the Dodgers. 3-5 with a 4.88 ERA. The 24-year-old right-hander now in his 2nd season in the big leagues. He is making his 15th start this year. That is a career high. Remember last year he was banged up for a lot of the season, came back and pitched out of the bullpen in October. Last time out was against these Padres down in San Diego. He had some control issues, walked 5, gave up 3 runs, only 3 hits, over 4 innings of work. In 4 starts in the month of June, Roki Sasaki was 0-2 with a 5.57 ERA. The Dodgers need Roki Sasaki to give them some length, just like he did against the Angels in early June, where he pitched a career-high 7 innings in that start. Also struck out a career-best 10. No better start than tonight's to get back on track for Roki Sasaki and continue to put some more separation between themselves and the Padres in the NL West. Dodgers and Padres, first of 4 this 4th of July weekend, as we are 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game with Charlie and Rick are coming up next. Don't you go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates, and this is the back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers Audio Network.
Tim Cates here. There's nothing like the thrill of baseball and the legendary moments that make every inning unforgettable. Pair those rich moments with an ice-cold, crisp Sapporo beer. From first pitch to walk-off wins, Sapporo has you covered with a variety of refreshing lagers, including light and non-alcoholic beers. Celebrating 150 years of Japanese brewing tradition,
Tatsuya Imai facing 6 lefties tonight. Imai ahead 1-2. And he gets a swing and a miss. Down goes McGonigal to start this one. Tatsuya picks up where he left off last start. Torkelson down on strikes. Imai, after that fancy play, picks up his 3rd strikeout for the second half of the inning. Swing and a miss. How about Imai tonight? Looking strong. He is matching Troy Melton. 4 strikeouts and no hits through 2 for both pitchers.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
3-2 pitch. Gonzalez lines it under the glove of Bobby Witt Jr. and the White Sox will walk it off. 7th walk-off of the season.
Foster Griffin, 7 shutout innings, an unearned run, and 3 hits allowed. He struck out 9 for the 3rd time this year, matching a season high.
A 3-run go-ahead homer! Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable.
Long gone off of the bat of Kyle Tucker. A majestic blast for Dalton Rushing. 3 straight games with a bomb for Betts. 9 in the 6th, 10 for the night.
That is insane. 3 home runs for Hunter Goodman. He is all smiles, and the Rockies take a commanding lead.
One Piece night. Hope you're one of the first 52,000 to get that hat and the, well, lucrative and exclusive One Piece car that has been given away tonight. Dave Roberts getting introduced and recognized by the Dodger Stadium faithful for his 1,000th career win as a manager. So congratulations to him as he gets a tip of the cap there at Dodger Stadium as we lead you up to the start of the game with the Sapporo start. Great moment start with Sapporo beer. Whatever your taste preference, Sapporo has you covered with a variety of crisp and refreshing lagers, including light and non-alcoholic beers. Sapporo, good with sushi, great with baseball. Let's head back out to the booth one final time before first pitch. Charlie Steiner, Rick Monday, guys.
So now the Dodgers are home for their final 10 games before the All-Star break. 4 with the Padres, then 3 with the Rockies, and 3 with Arizona, and then the break. Roki Sasaki going for the Dodgers tonight, 3 up, 5 down, a 4.88 ERA. He last pitched on Friday, gave up 3 runs and 4 hits. You know, his last 3 starts, he's given up 13 runs in 14 innings against the Padres, Orioles, and the White Sox.
Yeah, and the biggest thing with Suzuki, the last outing, 5 walks issued, plus he hit a batter. So he was pitching basically uphill. Gave up a 3-run home run to Ty France in that start down in San Diego. But I think for Suzuki, he needs to dial it in much, much better. He's not had control consistently on that fork ball. He's gone from the fork ball really now to a splitter. The curveball was also not consistent in that last outing, and he made 81 pitches in going just 4 innings in that ball game, and that's too many pitches for that period of time.
3-5 on the year with a 4.88 ERA. Vasquez, his last start last Saturday when the Dodgers beat the Padres 15-3. In his last 7 appearances, he's 1-5 and an ERA of 7.34.
Yeah, the biggest thing I think to look at Vasquez's consistency, in particular the first inning. You know, his first inning ERA this year is 7.2. After the first inning, it gets down below 4, but it's been problematic in the first few batters that he's faced in games.
In that first inning, 12 earned runs in 15 innings. 15 first innings. Lineups of first pitch coming up.
All right, thank you, Charlie. Monkey D. Luffy being introduced, yes, from One Piece, throwing out the first pitch. as Dodger fans are ready to go as Roki Sasaki takes the mound next. The first of 4 against the San Diego Padres when we return. Dodgers Pods up next. This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on your back-to-back World Series champion Dodgers Audio Network. Enjoy it, everybody.
The Los Angeles Dodgers are a juggernaut.
I think it's fair to ask the question of all the teams out there, do you want to win as much as the Dodgers?
Back-to-back! The Dodgers see winning as fundamental to the business side of baseball.
Sustained dominance.
What are you going to do about it? We often hate successful people because
here comes a harsh piece of reality. The Dodgers Dynasty!
Their success.
Ding, ding, ding.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers. Quality, variety, and value. Shakey's Pizza. Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. First pitch is coming up on your home of the world champion, LA Dodgers.
The Dodgers cement their dynasty.
The rest of the baseball world,
Something has to give here.
hates us.
Nobody can do this but the Dodgers.
They hate us
Something has to happen here.
This is untenable.
because they are not us. Welcome to world champion LA Dodgers baseball.
Back to back.
Dodgers baseball, brought to you by
Gelton Ford, family owned and operated since 1946. Children's Hospital LA. From colds to cancer, we got this. Hoffy Hot Dogs, a SoCal original treasure. Local, original, great. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. And by Daniel's Jeweler.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has a response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
Murakami to pull, 1-2 from Sandy. That one cut on and missed, and Murakami swings over the top of it. Another punch out for Munetaka Murakami.
Well, I'm going to say that was a changeup.
Yeah.
But either way, it was a nasty pitch down and away from Murakami.
Got him. Change up. 2 away.
Boy, this has been Picasso, Rembrandt, everything put together with the way he's worked on the mound, with the stuff he's had, the location.
Base is empty for Victor Barracoto. He's got the power to end this game.
High drive. Left center field. It is out of here. And this game is over.
Second home run as a major leaguer. What a moment for Victor Barracoto. How about 445? He crushed it to left center field. The swing of Barracoto's life.
On Toyota.com. So for your next Toyota car, truck, or SUV, just visit Toyota.com. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Must be nice to just listen to a baseball game and put all your troubles aside.
Well, at KFI AM 640, we don't have that luxury. Somebody has to do the work of holding the very fabric of our society together.
Bill Handel. Weekdays 6 to 9 a.m.
Carrie and Shannon.
9 a.m. to noon.
Monks and Merrill.
Noon to 3 p.m.
John Cobelt.
3 to 6 p.m.
Tim Conway Jr.
6 to 10 p.m.
KFI AM 640. Make us the #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app.
California's #1 casino just got better. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is now the only AAA 5-diamond rated casino hotel in the country. Become a Club Serrano member today and enjoy the added perks like exclusive rewards at Monarch Beach Golf Links and Palms Casino Resort Las Vegas. VIP at another casino? Trade up and take advantage of the tier and offer match program at Yamava. Voted #1 casino outside of Vegas by Newsweek. You in? Restrictions apply. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
To win on the field, it takes a singular focus. One team working together to claim victory. At City of Hope, our team of over 2,000 experts brings the same focus.
So these is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi
How
card?
about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
3-2 pitch. Gonzalez lines it under the glove of Bobby Witt Jr. and the White Sox will walk it off. 7th walk-off of the season.
Foster Griffin, 7 shutout innings, an unearned run, and 3 hits allowed. He struck out 9 for the 3rd time this year, matching a season high. A 3-run go-ahead homer!
Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable.
Long gone off of the bat of Kyle Tucker. A majestic blast for Dalton Rushing. 3 straight games with a bomb for Betts. 9 in the 6th, 10 for the night.
That is insane. 3 home runs for Hunter Goodman. He is all smiles, and the Rockies take a commanding lead.
Joining us tonight, celebrating the OC bobblehead.
And for the Dodgers, things are coming up pretty much as roses. On the road trip, the Dodgers winning 7 of 9 that took them to Minneapolis, San Diego, and to Sacramento. And the Dodgers come on with the best record in Major League Baseball, 56 wins and 31 losses. And for the San Diego Padres, it's been a rough go. They're just 1 game above 500. They're 43 and 42, and they trail the Dodgers by 12 games in the National League Western Division. The background, the Dodgers are taking the field. Roki Sasaki getting the start tonight, trying to turn things around. His last 3 starts, he's given up 13 runs in 14 innings. And in that time, he's 0-2 with an ERA of approaching 8.5 runs in every 9 innings that he would be working. Randy Vasquez is going to start for San Diego. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani leading things off. He's the designated hitter. Andy Baez batting second and playing in center field. Freddie Freeman is at first base. Mookie Betts, held out of last night's lineup about 90 minutes prior to the game, with soreness in his right wrist. It was simply precautionary. Betts is back in there tonight. He's at shortstop. Max Muncy is at third. Kyle Tucker in right. Teoscar Hernandez starts in left field. Batting 8th and doing the catching is Dalton Rushing. And Tommy Edman, the switch hitter, will be at second base and bat in the number 9 spot. The umpiring assignments, Ben May will work the plate. He'll call the balls and strikes tonight. The crew chief, Trip Gibson, is at first. Ryan Blakeney umpiring at second. And Nick Marley is over at third base. We will join you tomorrow, same start time, 6 o'clock with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show. First pitch at 7:10, and it's going to be delivered, that first pitch, by Shohei Ohtani. So first game of 4, the Dodgers and the Padres. Happy to have you with us. Gorgeous night for baseball, and with the play, here's Charlie.
All right, Mo, it's 10 after 7, 72 degrees. Tonight's time and temperature brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Could not be a more perfect evening as the sun is setting on the 2nd of July. And for the Dodgers, their 88th game of the season. First pitch of the game from Sasaki is a line drive base hit up the gap into left center field, and Tatis with a double, his 16th 2-base hit of the season on the first pitch of the ball game. He hit it right on the screws. Now you got Jake Cronenworth coming up. He'll be followed by Manny Machado. Gavin Sheets in the cleanup spot, the DH. Ty France at first base hitting 5th. Jackson Maryland center field hitting 6th. Then you got Bogarts, the shortstop. Freddie Fermin, the catcher. And Samad Taylor in left field, the kid from Corona. Cronenworth at 162, pitch in the dirt and getting past rushing, going to the backstop. And there's Tatis at third base. 2 pitches into the game, and Sasaki's in a world of hurt.
Yeah, and for Cronenworth, showing bunt. But that was a curveball, and it just bounced in the dirt.
And the Padres, a game over 500, a dozen behind the Dodgers. 1 ball, no strikes to Cronenworth, left-handed hitter. He swings and misses, and it's 1-1. Defensively for the Dodgers, Oscar Hernandez in left, Andy Pages in center, Kyle Tucker is in right. Muncy and Betts on the left side of the infield, Edman at second base tonight, and Freddie Freeman is at first. Cronenworth on 1-1, swings and fouls it down the left field line, slicing into the stands, and is 1-2.
For Cronenworth, back from concussion protocol, back on April 18th, he was hit by a pitch on the chin. Well, he checked out okay for the concussion right then, but as it turned out, his right eye and left eye were seeing things differently for a while and wound up going on the injured list.
Cronenworth on 1-2, takes high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So you hear about injuries and guys seeing the therapist and bumps and bruises. Well, for Cronenworth, he had to go through eye drills. He simply did not follow the baseball very well, something that took him a while to be able to discover what the issue was.
It's his 36th game of the season, swinging a comebacker, knocked down by Sasaki. He'll throw to first for the first down. Tatis has to stay put at third. That'll bring up Manny Machado, who has had a horrible year. He's hitting 190. 16 home runs. He's knocked in 46.
Third base to number 13, Manny Machado.
But he's greeted warmly here.
There's no place like home, man.
Well, the infield is going to be in, try and choke off that run.
Outfield deep and straight away. Sasaki set at the chest. Tatis leads from third. Now here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder foul up the third base line, and it's 0-1.
Well, the Padres realize that they have to make a move. You're going to go back, remember, on the 12th of May, it was San Diego leading the Western Division by half game over the Dodgers. Well, it's changed since then.
Has it ever? They're down a dozen. The 0-1. Fly ball to center field and deep. Back to the wall. Pages looks, and it's gone. Well, Sasaki's getting racked here in the first inning. A line drive double, a comebacker to the bread basket, and Machado with the home run, his 17th of the season, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead.
And Machado still has not crossed home plate.
What's the hurry?
He's not in one.
Well, the Padres, if they're a little bit angry coming into the game tonight, it's entirely understandable. They were pounded 23-3 yesterday afternoon at Wrigley Field. Gavin Sheets coming up, left-handed hitter at 234. Sasaki delivers, swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
So Sasaki now in the last 14 and a third innings has given up 15 hits.
He's just had a terrible time of it. Last 3 starts, now 14 runs in 15 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sheets. Ty France is on deck. Let's see if Sasaki can shake this off. Here's the 1-1. Lifted in the air. Left side, foul territory. Max Muncy makes the catch, about halfway between home and third for the second out of the first.
Well, we talked about this the last couple of starts with Sasaki, who has not really challenged hitters. It's like he has been pitching to avoid the ball being hit. In theory, not a bad idea, avoid the ball being hit, but you've got to throw strikes and throw some quality strikes. And that has not been there with repeatability.
Now Ty France. Right-handed hitter, open stance, deep in the box, and takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Just a gentle breeze from left to right. Sold out at Dodger Stadium tonight. The Dodgers at home this year are 26-14. Here's the 1-0. It's high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Dodgers have the best home record. They've got the best road record. Ergo, they've got the best record in baseball, 56-31. Hard ground ball just foul up the third base line. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
Well, we're 5 batters into this ball game. We've not seen a swing and a miss yet.
And everything has been tattooed.
Well, and everything, for the most part, has been in the big part of the plate.
The Tatis double to begin the game. 115.7 miles an hour off the bat. That's his hardest hit ball in 2 years. 2-1 to France. Sasaki delivers. Fly ball down the left field line. That's looking foul. That was hit pretty well. So Sasaki, right off the bat, is on the ropes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. France has 10 home runs on the year. Takes low and inside. It's 3-2. The 2-run lead for the Padres here in the first inning. It's their largest lead in a game in a week. Here's a 3-2. Fouled off to the right. Freeman gives chase. Got 10 rows back. Last Friday night, the Padres beat the Dodgers 7-1. And a 2-run lead. This is the largest they've had since then. As France fouls it back to the screen. So Sasaki getting cuffed around here in the first inning. Outfield straightaway. Edman at second base, shaded toward the bag. Now the 3-2 from Sasaki. Grounded foul up the third base line and into the Dodger dugout. Again, we've talked about it in Sasaki's starts. He wears his confidence level on his sleeve. And right now, he's looking shaky. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Feels a little better about himself now, but the Padres on a double by Tatis, a Machado home run, take a 2-0 lead after the first half of the first.
Dodger fans, you know a winning lineup when you see one, and now
all your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Right side again. Kurt Schilling with another base hit. Wiggy tries to throw it out. Oh my God! It hit him right in the head. Are you kidding me? It hit Kurt Schilling right in the head. He never saw it. McGee came up throwing. Schilling kept running. He never saw it coming.
You can see the mark of the ball on the helmet.
Oh, brother.
You got Teoscar Hernandez, Dalton Rushing, and Tommy Edman. Ohtani's first at-bat brought to you by Asahi Super Dry, Japan's #1 selling beer. See what is unique. Ohtani, 291, 18 home runs. He's knocked in 50. Coming off a solid road trip. Standing upright, awaits the pitch. Call strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1.
Vasquez is trying to break a pattern. The first inning has been very problematic. His ERA just under 7.5.
The 0-1, ground ball, base hit into right field for Ohtani. Leadoff single in the bottom of the first for Shohei Ohtani. Defensively for the Padres, Samad Taylor is in left, Jackson Merrill in center, and Fernando Tatis in right. Machado at third, Xander Bogaerts at short, Cronenworth at second, Ty France at first, and Freddie Fermin is behind the plate. Pajez's bat is beginning to warm up of late. 271 on the year, 16 home runs. He's knocked in 60. He takes low and outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
His 1 for 4 last night, but the previous 7 games was hitting at .345.
1-0, short lead for Ohtani. Pajez fouls it off to the right, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
So look at the Dodgers offense. First of all, the best hitting team, average-wise, 265. They've scored 406 runs. They've had 119 home runs. And they're averaging, only one team is averaging more runs per game than the Dodgers this year.
A ball and a strike, nobody out, 2-0 Padres. Dodgers hitting in the bottom of the first. 1-1 to Pajez. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Dodgers team batting average 265, highest in the majors. On base percentage, highest in the majors. OPS, highest in the majors. If you've heard this before, let me know. 119 home runs for the Dodgers, and they rank second in the majors in that category. As Pajez fouls it off, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then there's the pitching. Dodgers ERA, 4th best in the majors, starters 3rd best, and the relievers at .383 collectively are 6th in the National League. Now here's the 1-2 to Andy Pajez. Swing and a fly ball, routine right, couple of steps in, Tatis, he's underneath it and makes the catch.
Well, the Dodgers pitching also corrals another factor that helps them win ball games, and that's they have an edge. What I'm talking about, well, batting average against Dodgers pitching, starters, relievers combined, is just .215. That's also the lowest in baseball.
Well, if you're the best hitting team and the best pitching team and have the most wins and fewest losses, there's a reason. Now here's Freddie Freeman at 294, and he's been hot. Takes low, 1 ball, no strike.
Call ball's being challenged by the catcher.
Early challenge.
It's early.
It is a strike. San Diego retains.
Evidently, Fermin was 100% certain.
Well, he better have been 8 pitches into the game. 0-1 to Freeman with Betts on deck and a short lead for Ohtani off first. 2-0 San Diego. Vasquez delivers low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Freeman's been on base 16 consecutive games, during which time he's hit .379, 22 for his last 58. Takes high and away. And that's 1 ball, 1 strike.
So Vasquez, the Dodgers saw him last Saturday down in San Diego. You know, the ball game in the 3rd inning. He went just 3 1/3. Made 79 pitches. Gave up a home run, 7 runs on 8 hits.
2 balls and a strike. Freeman. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Freeman will hold at second. First and second with 1 out. And Mookie Betts coming up.
Well, for Dino Abel, the third base coach, too, you've got a right fielder in Tatis, has one of the stronger throwing arms in baseball. Not always the most accurate, but certainly one of the strongest.
And here's Mookie Betts. Boy, has he been hot. After that slow start, last 16 games, he's hitting .373. With 5 home runs, he's knocked in 11. He's up to .244 now. As he takes low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Scratch from last night's lineup about 90 minutes prior to the start of the game. Soreness in the right wrist. Dodgers took him out of the lineup before the game started. It's simply precautionary.
1 ball, no strikes. First and second. Vasquez delivers. Strike at the knees. 1-1. A sinker clocked at 95. Since June the 6th, in the last month, Betts has lifted his average 65 points from 179 to where it is now, 244. The 1-1 ground ball ricochets off Vasquez right into the glove of the first baseman, France, who steps on the bag. Ohtani will go to third. Freeman will go to second. Took it right off the foot. And now the Padres trainer coming out to make sure he's okay.
When they check on him, reminder, Children's Hospital Los Angeles has been delivering 125 years of hope and healthier futures. And when your child needs championship care, visit chla.org.
Well, right now, Vasquez is sitting down, legs stretched, as the leg is being looked at.
It appeared to be to the inside of the right shin area, somewhere in there.
Well, he's helped up. Now he's standing, grimacing a bit. I imagine he's going to want to take some tosses to see if he can actually get the job done. Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, has come out, along with manager Craig Stammen, to make sure their starter is okay. Just 14 pitches into the game. That was a rocket shot. Freeman, by the way, with that single to right, has extended his on-base streak to 17 games. Vasquez still hasn't tossed.
Getting a look at it, it was the outside of the right leg, lower part. He's not 100%. He's still trying to work out the pain.
Well, let's see if he's going to be okay.
Well, he threw 1 pitch and said he was okay, and now the trainers are saying, no, throw at least 1 more.
Well, he's thrown a second. He wants to stay in. I think he's going to take another 1 or 2. There's 1. Padre trainer is still out there.
And Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, has already made his way back to the dugout.
Well, he's going to stay in the game. Stammen heading back to the dugout. Second and third, 2 out as Max Muncy's coming up.
Vasquez still wincing with a little discomfort.
As hard as it was hit, a direct shot. She's grimacing. Muncy in his last 11 games hitting .268. Taking low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes on the year, .265. 17 home runs, 37 RBIs. Likely to see him in Philadelphia. Second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider had him bollocksed up a bit.
Pretty good slider right there.
2-0 Padres. 2 out, 2 on, bottom of the first. Vasquez delivers. Muncy, fly ball to left. Sprinting toward the corner, now in foul territory. Taylor makes the catch, and the inning is over. Dodgers no runs and 2 hits, 2 left. After 1, 2-0 San Diego.
It's strike 3. Robert, you're thinking about that favorite restaurant. The count is 3-2. The Houston players are leaving the field. The count should be 3-2. The most decisive second strike ever called. He's trying to keep from laughing and smiling. Whoops.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
It'll be Jackson Merrill, Xander Bogaerts, ready for Means to hit in the second inning. Let's see if Sasaki can regain his sea legs after getting bounced around a bit in the first. 20 pitches, 14 for strikes. A scorching double by Tatis and a 408-foot home run by Machado. Merrill at 211. Takes outside and high, 1 ball, no strikes. Field now completely in shadow. The lights are on, just beginning to take effect. Sasaki on 1-0, and Merrill with a fly ball into left center field. That one's pretty well hit, and that one is gone. A home run. Jackson Merrill's 9th home run of the year, and Sasaki's getting bounced around.
Well, Merrill, Charlie, hit the 3-run home run against Sasaki in San Diego last Saturday.
An awful start for Sasaki as Xander Bogaerts steps in. Bogaerts at 232. He's got 8 home runs. And Sasaki delivers a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Well, with the start that he's had tonight, and you add that with the previous 3 starts, does Sasaki, if he continues like this, how much longer does he stay in the starting rotation?
The 0-1 is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's been cuffed around here in this first 1 inning plus. Bogaerts on 1-1. Takes low and outside. Fastball at 98. It's 2-1. For Merrill, his 9th home run of the year, his first in a little more than 2 weeks. Bogaerts on 2-1. Takes low, 3-1. Well, with the Dodgers, Justin Robleski really emerging as a top-ranked starter, the 3-1. There's a shot into the left field corner, and that one is a ground rule double over the small wall in left. Bogarts is standing at second base. Saki's just getting racked around here. Again, just looking at his body language. Right now, he just looks dazed and confused. As Fermin steps in at 147, right-handed hitter. Dodgers pinch the corners in, squares to bunt, takes it back, low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Fermin came to the Padres last year from Kansas City. Squares to bunt, fouls it back, and is 1-1.
That pitch wasn't really even close to the strike zone at all. That was just terrible fundamentals trying to bunt the ball by Fermin.
Samad Taylor, the kid from Corona, is on deck. Now the 1-1, Fermin fouls it off to the right, and is 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Padres have 3 runs and 4 hits, 2 doubles and 2 home runs. And already, Sasaki is 30 first pitch. The 1-2, foul back to the screen. Sasaki in his last 4 starts, including tonight, has given up 6 home runs. 16 on the year. The 1-2, low and inside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dodgers a roster move today. The Charlie Barnes era came to an end. Here's a 2-2. Little comebacker, slowly hit. Sasaki throws to first. Bogarts goes to third. And Fermin bounces back to the box. Paul Gervais was called up. Well, here's Samad Taylor. He's arrived with a bang for the Padres. He's 26 for 76. Dodgers bring the infield in. Sasaki delivers. Hard ground ball right to Betts at short. Holds a runner at third. Throws to first. Taylor's retired. There's 2 out.
Taylor didn't wait around very long. Although he's hit very well in the short time. This is his 23rd game. He's at .353 with runners in scoring position so far.
Now with 2 out, here's Tatis, who cracked his 6th home run of the year in the first inning. 408 feet worth of home run. Taking low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. For the Dodgers, this is their 88th game of the year. 12 in front of second place, San Diego. 1 ball, no strikes. Set chest, and he delivers high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Fernando Tatis. Bogarts leading off third. Outfield deep and straight away. Sasaki delivers low and inside.
Ball's being challenged by the catcher.
Tentatively 3-0.
There's the ball. LA has 1 retaining.
More than an inch off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes to Tatis. Sasaki set and delivers high. a 4-pitch walk. Well, right now, Sasaki's all over the map. And Mark Pryor's going to come out and try to settle him down.
And there's no one adjustment that you can make. It's not like, well, he's missing on one side of the plate or he's missing high. Or it's left, right, up, and down.
And solid contact when the ball is struck. The mound visit is brought to you by Jacoby and Myers because everyone deserves justice. Will Ireton, the interpreter?
Well, here's another dimension of San Diego. They have not done a lot of things exquisitely, but there's only 3 teams that have stolen more bases. And my point being, with 85 already stolen, do they think about Tatis taking off with Bogarts over third? Would the Dodgers throw through? Sasaki has had 5 attempted stolen bases, and all 5 have been successful.
And Tatis has stolen 19.
Mm-hmm.
So them's the numbers. As Cronenworth, who bounced back to the box in his first at-bat, steps in. First and third, 2 out. Pitch is a call strike. Fastball, knee high. And it's 0-1.
And Tatis bluff going. He took 2 steps, then shut it down.
Bogarts leads from third, Tatis from first. And for Sasaki, here we are, not finished with the second. Next pitch will be his 40th. Cronenworth steps out of the box for a moment. Now he's back in. Left-handed hitter stands practically upright. Now the 0-1. Fouls it into the dirt, and it's 0-2.
Sasaki's about the same pace as he was Saturday in San Diego. Went just 4 innings and threw 81 pitches in that one, and only 45 of those were in the strike zone.
And 40 pitches in an inning and 2/3 tonight. Dodgers lead the second place San Diego by 12 games. 0-2, 2 out. Sasaki delivering to Cronenworth. Fouls it off to the left into the stands and out of play.
The velocity is not the issue with Sasaki. That was at 99. But when you've made 41 pitches and only 17 of those have been strikes.
0-2. There goes Tatis. The pitch is high and away.
Yep.
He steals second base easily.
That's why I was saying, would the Dodgers even throw through? They showed no interest in throwing through. Not with Bogarts over third.
A ball and 2 strikes. Machado is on deck. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right field. Heading on back is Tucker. He looks up and it's gone. Sasaki having a nightmare in front of everybody. A 3-run home run. And the Padres, an inning and 2/3 into the game, have a 6-0 lead.
And Sasaki, quite frankly, you were talking about this a little bit earlier. He looks lost on the mound. That was a 1-ball, 2 strike and a less than stellar breaking pitch.
Now Machado, who homered in his first at-bat, takes low and outside as 1 ball, no strikes. As Sasaki turned and looked and saw the ball go, once it went over the wall, you could just see his shoulders slump and his head looking down at the ground. Here's the 1-0. Half swing, but he went around nonetheless. Machado, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 out. Now the Padres, 24 hours ago, were flying home from Chicago, where they got beaten to a pulp 23-3. There's the 1-1. Taking low and outside, 2 balls and a strike.
3 home runs in 1 2/3 innings tonight.
And 46 pitches. On 2-1, Sasaki delivers a strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Well, the Padres have a long way to go. A dozen games behind the Dodgers in the wild card race. They're 2.5 back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch. Low and outside, 3-2. The Dodgers and Sasaki's had no idea what was coming. The 3-2, tried to check his swing, and he did, according to first base umpire Trip Gibson.
My goodness. Well, I tell you what, you're not going to get too many check swings that are not called strikes on that one.
Well, Machado caught a break on that one. Gavin Sheets stepping in. He fouled out in his first at-bat. 6 runs and 5 hits for San Diego. Now Sheets takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Sheets 14 home runs. He's knocked in 38. The 0-1. It's low. Fielded on the short hop by Russian. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. This is what a crowd of 50,000 sounds like when the home team is down by 6 in the second inning. 1-1, a strike at the knees, 1-2. 4-seamer clocked at 97. Ty France on deck. Sasaki set at the chest, and here's the pitch. High and outside, 2-2. Sasaki evidently needs a new GPS. He can't find his way home. 2-2. Machado's got 18 stolen bases on the year. He's leading off first. Pitch is low and outside, 3-2. Last night's 7-1 loss up in Sacramento was a bullpen game by design. It's like it may be turning into one here, not by design. The 3-2 hard ground ball base hit up the first base line, rolling off the sidewall. Machado will be held at third. So now San Diego has second and third, with Ty France coming up. Oof.
Well, the last 5 2/3 innings that Sasaki has pitched, and the last time out, last Saturday down in San Diego, he's given up 9 runs on 8 hits, 4 home runs. He's walked 7 and hit a batter.
And none of the hits tonight have been softies. Ty France, 9th batter of the inning, second and third, 2 outs, 6-0 Pods. Sasaki's 56th pitch. France, right-handed hitter, open stance, fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Who saw this coming? Certainly not Sasaki. The 0-1 is inside and high. 1 ball, 1 strike. A couple of relievers are standing around. Nobody has taken off the warm-up jersey yet. Here comes the 1-1. As the pitch was down and away, and France manages to check his swing. San Diego, 6 runs, 6 hits, all hits for extra bases. 2 balls and a strike. Foul back. It's 2-2. Dave Roberts in the dugout, on the bench, arms crossed, just looking out in disbelief and watching his starter struggle as mightily as he has. Next pitch will be his 60th. Here comes the 2-2. Lifted in the air, short left, retreating his bets. He's underneath it, and he will make the catch, and the inning is over. 9 Padres come to bat. 4 of them score after an inning and a half.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. Would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai cubs.
These
please.
are Thai cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Two-run double.
Trailing 6-0. Roki Sasaki in 2 innings, 60 pitches, 34 strikes, 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 home runs, 3 doubles, and 2 walks.
Well, for Sasaki, going back now, the last 2 starts, counting tonight, it's taken him 148 pitches to register 18 outs.
Now Kyle Tucker takes low, 1 ball, no strikes.
And that number's got to change, or something has to change.
Well, he simply hasn't been getting it done. And there's a fly ball into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit off the bat of Kyle Tucker, whose bat in the past week or so has come alive. Leadoff single to right. Bottom of the second is brought to you by your Toyota dealer. They make it easy.
Well, one of the things we talked about too, Charlie, is early on, the Dodgers are averaging over 5 runs a game. So here we are in just the bottom of the second inning. They've got a long ways to go and do it in a hurry, but there is some time left, and a club that's had the potent offense, the highest batting average of any team in baseball.
Team batting average for the Dodgers, .265. Highest on base percentage. As Teo takes a strike, it's 0-1. His first game back at Dodger Stadium since he pulled the hamstring here at the end of May. Dalton Rushing is on deck. Vasquez set and delivers. Low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Teoscar Hernandez. One ball, 1 strike. Tail swings and fouls it off to the right into the stands. It's 1-2. In the last 11 innings, the Dodgers have been outscored 13-1. 1-2. There's a fly ball to center field. Couple of steps back, now a couple of steps in. Jackson Merrill makes the catch. First out of the second. And here's Dalton rushing. At 244 with 9 home runs, he's knocked in 25. He's going to be the everyday catcher for the foreseeable future. As he takes low, 1 ball, no strikes. Dave Roberts saying that Will Smith will not be back before the All-Star break. A pain in the neck. Rushing on 1-0, takes high. 2 balls and no strikes. Rushing 4 for his last 14. Left-handed hitter, stands deep in the box. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball that was up and in, 2-1.
It's a pitch to hit, 94, but up and in.
First time in 2 years a Dodgers starter has given up 6 or more runs in the first 2 innings of a game. There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Heading on back to the wall, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Dalton rushing. So his hot hitting continues. The Dodgers are on the board, 6-2, San Diego.
Well, they've got to chip away, and that's exactly what they have done now. For Vasquez, keep in mind, he has not been really stellar tonight, making his 16th start. Daniels Jewelers, well, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond all season long, so visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
Now Tommy Edman steps in. 366. And his comeback takes a strike 0-1. That home run, 394 feet off the bat of Dalton rushing. Here's the 0-1. Hard ground ball to second base. Picked up by Cronenworth. Throws to first. Tommy's first at-bat was brought to you by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one. All on Edmunds.com. Here's Ohtani, who singled to right in his first at-bat. Pages is on deck. Ohtani at 294 takes a fastball strike inside corner belt high, and it's 0-1. Andy Pages is next. Ohtani takes low and inside. It's 1-1. Ohtani, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game to this point. 1-1. Inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Ohtani is hitting 294. And his earned run average is microscopic. Here's a 2-1. Low and outside, 3 balls and a strike. Ohtani's ERA is 1.58. Now here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss, 3-2. CC Sabathia was saying the other day when he sees Ohtani, he sees a cross between Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds. All in one big package. Vasquez on 3-2 to Ohtani. Stands on the right side of the rubber. And now the 3-2. Outside and high ball 4. And all Ohtani does is get on base. That's the 57th walk for him.
Number 44.
And we'll pause here 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network. Now Paez with Ohtani leading off first, a shot to left field and deep, back to the wall. Taylor will make the catch on the warning track to end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits on the rushing home run. After 2, San Diego 6 and the Dodgers 2.
I met my husband at a Dodgers game. He was...
Ketel Marte, for the first time in his career, has homered in 4 consecutive ball games. He's homered in 4 straight, 5 of his last 6. That's 17.
1 earned run, 2 runs on 1 hit, no walks, 9 strikeouts for Turk School. Just nice to see him get back to being dominating Turk School, because this is the guy we're going to see a lot of the rest of the year.
7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez tonight, lowers his ERA to exactly 2.00.
It's a long home run for Junior Caminero. He's homered now in 5 consecutive games.
He has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers.
What a start for Cade Cavalli. Ends his night with an even 100 pitches, strikes out a career-high 13, and gets some love from his teammates and coaches.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Merrill will be leading it off. He homered in his first at-bat of the night. His 9th of the season. Sasaki pitches out of the stretch. Set at the collarbone and delivers high. 1 ball, no strike.
And it's outside. I'll mention again, going back the last start plus 2 innings tonight. It's taken Sasaki 148 pitches to get 18 outs. 148.
That's expensive. Here's a 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, and the other part, only 79 strikes. So his strike percentage over 2 starts now has been 53% is all.
Bogart's on deck. The 2-0 to Merrill, left-handed hitter. Takes low, ball 3. To this point, he's walked 2 and struck out 1.
Well, as much as Dave Roberts does not want to have to go to the bullpen early, he may be forced into a corner to have to do it.
3-0 to Merrill. Strike down the pipe, and it's 3-1. Fastball at 98. On 3-1. Foul back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sasaki just trying to shake off the cobwebs here. On 3-2, Merrill slaps it foul to the left into the low.
And you can count the swings and misses tonight by Padres hitters on one hand.
Mordecai 3 fingers Brown.
It would still work.
The 3-2. Swing and a foul back, and Merrill will see another pitch. This is staggering. Bullpen sitting down for the moment. The 3-2 to Merrill. Fouls it off to the left and out of play. The frustrated Sasaki picks up the rosin bag behind the rubber and throws it back down. 68 pitches so far. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Fastball upstairs. Second strikeout in the game for Sasaki. First out of the third.
Well, fans can now bid right now on an incredible memorabilia collection and exclusive Dodger experiences, all while supporting programs that help young people thrive both on and off the field. It's the broadcast auction. It runs through the 12th of July. You can check it out at Dodgers.com/auction.
Now Xander Bogaerts. He's low and outside. 1 ball, no strike.
Just one of those things up for auction is a personalized 2025 World Series ring.
Ooh. The 1-0. Inside corner at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fan experiences. There's a VIP suite. You'll have the 24 and the 25 World Series trophies in that suite with you during the game. Meet and greets.
The 1-1. Low and outside. 2-1 to Bogaerts.
So it helps establish baseball fields, repair baseball fields for youth all around the Los Angeles area.
And then a World Series ring to the highest bidder. That's an impressive piece of jewelry.
Heavy, too.
The 2-1, Bogaerts takes high and inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. It glows in the dark, and so will you. Here's the 3-1. Bogaerts takes the strike outside corner. Slider at 3-2. And the next pitch will be his 75th. Bogaerts awaits. And here it comes. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped it into the glove of Dalton Rushing. 2 strikeouts, 2 outs here in the third.
Number 54, Freddie Fermin.
Freddie Fermin, a defensive catcher. Offensively, not so much. Hitting 146. Fouls it off to the right, 0-1. Dodgers and Pods will do it again tomorrow. A fellow named Otani is in search of his 9th win of the year. He'll go against Michael King. Swinging a foul back, it's 0-2. Morongo pregame at 6, first pitch at 7. Saturday night, the 4th of July. And then Sunday, Padres leave town. And the 0-2, high and inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Then the Rockies come in for 3. Next Thursday at off day. Following weekend, the Diamondbacks are in, and then the All-Star break. Here comes the 1-2 to Freddie Fermin. Fly ball headed toward the left field corner, and that one is a fair ball and a ground rule double. Bounces over the small wall into Mannywood.
That's the 6th extra base hit tonight by San Diego. And that was a poorly thrown breaking ball. Right down the middle.
And that didn't miss being a home run by very much. Next pitch, the 80th. As Samad Taylor steps in, takes a strike 0-1.
Well, with Taylor, if it's a ground ball, catch it and throw it quickly. This guy is absolutely a speed burner going down the line.
No balls and a strike. Sasaki set at the chest, and here's the pitch. Outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. His dad was a Dodger fan, and Sasaki was a Met fan. Speaking of a team that's had some issues. Here comes the 1-1 to Taylor. Fouls it back, and is 1-2. Sasaki stands maybe 5'10". Can't be much more than 160, 65 pounds. And he can run. The 1-2. Grounds it foul toward the Dodger dugout. Fernando Tatis on deck. Ball and 2 strikes. Now here's a pitch to Taylor. High and inside, 2-2. Vermeen leads from second. The 2-2. Foul back and out of play. When a guy like Sasaki's getting beat up in the way he has, what in the world is going inside his head?
Well, he's been very tentative throughout many of his starts this year from that batter.
We were talking in the first inning how he wears his confidence on his sleeve. There's a 2-2. Swinging a foul back, and that got a piece of Dalton rushing. He's now on his knees. Mask is off. And home plate umpire Ben May is going to walk out a new baseball to Sasaki to give Rushing a little bit of time to collect himself.
And again, Sasaki, that was a poorly thrown breaking ball. He's been ahead in the count, much better in this inning that he has been over the first 2 innings of the game. But again, he has not been in control on the mound with the strike zone or strike 3.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sasaki to Taylor. He fouls it back. Taylor making Sasaki work.
That's been the theme song for the Padres hitters tonight.
Next pitch will be his 9th in this at-bat. Here comes the 2-2. Comebacker deflects off the glove of Sasaki. Throws to first, does Edmund, and that will end the inning. 1-4-3, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left after 2.5. Hits. Dodgers 2 runs and 4. And the Red Freddie Freeman stepping up. He singled to right in his first at-bat. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free Dodger dog and any 16-ounce Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast on the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Freeman takes high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. First pitch at the bottom of the third.
Well, for Sasaki, looks like his night is over. Will Klein getting loose in the Dodgers bullpen right now.
Sasaki, 88 pitches in 3 innings. The 1-0, Freeman takes a strike and is 1-1. Freeman now on base in 17 consecutive games. He slashes one down the left field line. It is just foul. That would have been a double. 1-2. Freeman has lifted his average to .297. Last year he hit .295. The year before, .299. And at the moment, .297. A model of consistency. Freddie Freeman. Vasquez on 1-2, and Freeman fouls it off to the left. When Freeman is locked in, and certainly he has been, a perfect, seemingly effortless swing. And the 1-2. Fly ball, left field. Retreating is Taylor. 2 or 3 steps in front of the warning track, makes the catch. First out of the third. And here's Mookie. Bounce back to the box in his first at-bat. Betts hitting .373 in his last 16 games. Takes a strike outside corner, 0-1. Mookie takes high. 1-1. Sold out crowd waiting for something to get him going. And there's a line drive foul up the third base line, 1-2. For Vasquez, his 45th pitch. 1-2 to Betts, 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the third, 6-2 San Diego. Line drive, base hit into left field. So Mookie Betts continues his torrid pace. 1 out, single to left.
Mookie playing in his 52nd game since he came back, and he has been swinging the bat. Much better bat speed, and not because he's swinging harder. He's just getting the hands through that hitting zone. Much, much better.
Muncy fly to left in his first at-bat. Mookie has only 1 stolen base this year. They're trailing by 4. He's not going anywhere, but Muncy is. Lining a shot up the gap in right center field. Betts grounding third. He's on his way home, and he'll make it with a head-first slide without a throw. Muncy with a double. The Dodgers draw closer. San Diego 6 and the Dodgers 3. And the RBI double by Max Muncy.
And Charlie, you figure now that the Dodgers are kind of feeling their muscles a little bit too. That was a curveball, not a particularly great one, but boy, it was a terrific swing by Muncy. So they just keep kind of closing the gap and closing the gap.
Muncy's 38th run batted in with his 13th double. And Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, going to go out and try to settle down Vasquez.
Well, if we look at Max Muncy, going back to last year, remember when he had his eyes examined? They said, look, your vision, as far as the 2020, that was fine. The depth perception was off. Extensive test done by Dr. Lou. So he started wearing glasses last year on April 30th. Well, since that time, when you start to look at players, Max Muncy, since April 30th of last year, one of just 9 hitters in baseball with an OPS of 900. Might be a few more people want to go get their eyes checked.
He thought, well, okay, we'll give him a try. He had no expectation that there would be such marked improvement. Now here's Kyle Tucker, who singled to right in his first at and scored a run. Wandy Peralta now going to work in the Padre bullpen. As Vasquez misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Tucker. And he's beginning to heat up a bit. His average is at 241. Muncy leads from second. Swing, a fly ball down the left field line, just foul. Narrowly missing a 2-base hit. So not by design, these two teams have bullpen games going tonight. Sasaki is done. Vasquez on the ropes, and there's a looping line drive into right field for a base hit. Muncy rounding third, he will score on the RBI single by Kyle Tucker. The Dodgers move to within 2. It is 6-4.
I just wonder too, is that how much of the leg injury, that ball was hit sharply back to Vasquez. The second inning, if that's really hampering him at the present time, the Dodgers, that's 3 consecutive hits, and they keep closing the gap.
Again, the Dodgers, the highest scoring team in the league. As Hernandez grounds to short. A 6-4-3 double play. Bogarts to Cronenworth to France. Hernandez grounds into the inning-ending double play. Dodgers come up with 2 runs and 3 hits. And after 3... Dodgers. Sasaki goes 3 innings, 6 earned runs, 7 hits, 3 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 4 doubles. So Will Klein is on in relief, making his 29th appearance of the year. 2-2, an ERA of 2.5, 32 innings, 9 earned runs, and he delivers a strike 0-1 to Fernando Tatis, who has doubled, walked, and scored a run. Klein missing outside, and it's 1-1. Top of the order for the Pods. Tatis, Cronenworth on deck, and then Machado. Klein delivers, swinging a fly ball into right center field, drifting over Pages, makes an easy catch, first out of the 4th.
Second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Now Cronenworth, who's bounced out and homered. Cronenworth takes high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Wandy Peralta continues to warm in the Padre bullpen. Lefty looks like he's going to be coming in the bottom of the 4th as Klein delivers. Up high. It's 2-0. Here's a 2-0. He swings and fouls it back. It's 2-1. Opponents are hitting .264 against Klein. Big sturdy right-hander delivers. Strike inside corner, and it's 2-2. Out of Eastern Illinois. Two and two to Cronenworth. He's able to check his swing. 3-2. Pitch was down and in. On 3-2, Cronenworth takes call strike 3 at the knees. Second out of the 4th. First strikeout for Klein. Machado coming up.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
Well, here's Machado, who had a 408-foot home run in his first at-bat. His 17th of the season. He swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Hitting just 193. Klein to Machado. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Fielded by Betts behind the bag. Throws to first, and still jogging and finally arriving at first base is Machado. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 3.5, it's the Padres 6. runs, 7 hits, no strikeouts, no walks, and gave up a home run. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, the lefty Wandy Peralta is now on in relief. Peralta, this is his 38th appearance of the year. And the 35th out of the bullpen. First hitter he faces is Dalton Rushing, who takes a strike. It's 0-1. The pitching change is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. As Rushing takes a strike, it's 0-2.
Peralta being brought in, trying to cool off the Dodger bats, and good choice, really. Dodgers have 5 left-handed batters, plus 1 switch hitter in the lineup.
Peralta's ERA this year is just $1.62. The 0-2, there's a line drive base hit into right field. So Dalton Rushing is 2 for 2, a 2-run home run and the leadoff single here in the bottom of the 4th.
Get the feeling that offensively the Dodgers have been hanging around the first 3 innings, but they look like they're poised to just kind of bust loose here sometime.
And the Padres, their pitching, which for so many years has been a strength of theirs, not this year. Their team ERA is .416. Edman bangs a single into center field. The Dodgers are in business. First and second, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 4th.
For Tommy Edman, his 13th game since coming off the injury list, has had so much versatility. Second base tonight, he's played in left field. He can play anywhere in the infield.
Bottom of the 4th is brought to you by Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Visit uniqlo.com/US. And here comes Ohtani. He singled and walked. And he brings with him a .294 batting average. Tying runs were aboard. And Ohtani bloops one into short left field, and coming on and making a sliding catch is Samad Taylor. He froze for a moment as the ball hit the bat, and then he sprinted in and made the catch. First out of the 4th.
We saw Taylor in that series in San Diego break back on quite a few, but he's got speed to burn, and he can make up for mistakes.
As he just did. Pages coming up. Pages is 0 for 2. Padres, 6 runs and 7 hits. Dodgers, 4 runs and 9 hits. Pages takes a strike. It's 0-1. Pages at .269. 16 home runs, and he's knocked in 60. Freddie Freeman on deck. Peralta set. First and second. Delivers high and inside. It's 1-1.
Speaking of outfielders, I noticed last year and this year too, Jackson Merrill in center field, he can run it down. He plays about, I think, the deepest center field of any National League center fielder we've seen. He feels much more comfortable coming in than going back on the ball.
The 1-1. Ground ball, base hit down the left field line, rolling toward the corner. In to score is Rushing. Edman is on his way home, and he will score. A 2 RBI double for Andy Pages. Folks, we're all tied up. It's 6-6.
Good ball game, and for the Dodgers, yeah, I mean, they're just showing tendencies. Hey, look, they finally got it going. Had trouble down the line by Taylor to corral the ball and get it back into the infield. Just inside the bag at third, roll right down into the corner. Off the glove of Taylor to begin with. Then he had to go into fair territory, pick up the baseball.
And now the lead run in scoring position with 1 out. And here's Freddie Freeman. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Pages, good speed, leading off second base. Freeman swings and misses. And it's 0-2. been a while since the Dodgers have had a comeback like this one. Freeman taking low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The last 6-run comeback for the Dodgers, you have to go back 2022. They would beat the Cardinals in St. Louis 7-6. As Freeman strikes out swinging at a fastball upstairs. Freeman down on strikes. There's 2 out now, and Mookie Betts coming up. Again, the Padres have been lost in space since the middle of May. So they probably figured, hey, we're up 6-zip. We're finally going to find our way. Well, it didn't last long. Padres with 2 in the first, 4 in the top of the second. The Dodgers with 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 here in the fourth. Tied at 6. Betts 1 for 2 and a run scored. The 0-1. It's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peralta had given up a grand total of 2 runs in his last 24 appearances. He's given up 2 runs to 5 hitters here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 1-1. Foul back, then out of play, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Mookie Betts. Pages leads from second, tied at 6, bottom of the fourth, high and away, and it's 2-2. As you know, Dave Roberts has 1,000 career victories. He is the fastest manager to reach that 1,000 in history. His first win came against the Padres 11 years ago. Dodgers beat him 15-0. As Betts fouls it off to the right. Kershaw, appropriately enough, was the winning pitcher in the first victory for Dodgers. Muncy on deck. 2-2. Betts bangs one into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to roll to the wall. In to score is Pages, arriving at second base with a stand-up double. Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers take a 7-6 lead.
Hit them where they ain't. Well, this game has just taken on a totally different flavor and done it very rapidly.
Betts is so locked in now. The ease with which he is swinging the bat, the contact he is making. And now Muncy, who has doubled and scored a run tonight, takes the strike. It's 0-1.
Well, that swing was wonderful to see. A couple of different reasons. A, yes, it gives you the go-ahead runs, but also with that sore right wrist that kept Mookie out of the ball game last night in Sacramento. He showed no ill effects in that swing. Very fluid.
Now Muncy on 0-1 fouls it back, and it's 0-2. Padre relievers in their last 11 appearances have a collective ERA of 7.35 as Muncy grounds it foul up the first base line. They've given up 40 earned runs in 49 innings. And the bullpen has always been, I shouldn't say always, but certainly in recent years, a major source of strength for San Diego. Dodgers with the lead, 7-6. Betts leads from second, 2 out. Ground ball up the middle, pass Cronenworth into center field for a base hit. Rounding third on his way home is Betts. Muncy with his 39th run batted into the season. The Dodgers with 3 in the bottom of the 4th. Now lead it 8-6.
Peralta brought in with all the left-handed batters the Dodgers have in their lineup. He's not been able to close the door in this inning. The 8th man of the inning will come on and bat.
Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach, is going out trying to settle everybody down. The Dodgers already, in 3 2/3, have 8 runs and 12 hits. Remember, they were down 6-0 heading into the bottom of the 2nd.
They're also 4 for 8 with runners in scoring position. While we have a moment, remind you the Dodgers wore their new gold jerseys and caps during the opening series, commemorating their world title, back-to-back, by the way. So head to MLBshop.com. You can score the same ones, plus why not check out the largest selection of authentic gear from dugout to your doorstep. Grab official Dodger merchandise just like the players wear. You can do it at MLBshop.com.
Now here comes Kyle Tucker, 2 for 2 tonight. And he's been on base in his last 6 consecutive plate appearances. Hitting .244. He swings and fouls it off. It's 0-1. Back-to-back 2-out, 2-strike hits for the Dodgers. And there's a line drive into right field for a base hit. And the hits just keep on coming. Tucker is 3 for 3. And here comes Teoscar Hernandez, a 9th batter of the inning. Here we are in the 4th inning. And every hitter, with the exception of Teoscar Hernandez, has at least one already. Hernandez has flied to center and bounced into a double play. First and second, 2 out, 4 in. He takes low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the sold-out house getting their money's worth out of the Dodger offense tonight. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Change-up. And Hernandez flailing and missing. Yuki Matsui is warming up in the Padre bullpen now, and Teoscar swings and misses. It's 1-2. There's only been 1 half inning when either side has gone down in order. That was San Diego in the top of the 4th. Now the 1-2, Teoscar swings and misses. That will end the inning. Dodgers send 9 batters to the plate. 4 of them score, and after 4, the Dodgers now lead the Padres 8-6.
Experience game change.
Padres at 43 and 42, trailing the Dodgers by an even dozen. And they had themselves a 6-0 lead in the first inning and a half. Since then, the Dodgers offense has awakened. The Padres have come undone. And Gavin Sheets leads off for the Padres in the fifth, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. There's a fastball that goes to the backstop. It's 1-1. Sheets has a double in 2 at-bats. Since 2021, here at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers are 33 and 16 against the Pods. Klein delivers. Fouled off to the left. It's 1-2. Dodgers have won 30 of their last 40 against the Padres here at Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers, of course, they lost 7-1 last night when the Padres got pounded 23-3 at Wrigley Field. The Padres' 5-game losing streak began last Saturday when the Dodgers beat them 15-3. The 1-2 swung on and missed strike 3. The sweeper down and in, and Sheets swung over it.
And for Klein, he's faced 4 batters. He struck out 2.
Ty France is coming up. France is 0 for 2. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Klein delivers, ground ball, base hit into left center field for Ty France. As Betts to his left, 1 out, 1 on for the Padres in the fifth.
Center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Brings up Jackson Merrill. Padres team batting average dead last in the majors, .224. Klein delivers. Call strike, 0-1 to Jackson Merrill, who is homered and struck out. The Padres have scored the fewest runs in the majors. Here's the 0-1. Low and inside hit him. Oh, it was a foul tip.
Whatever it was an ugly swing.
One ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on, top of the fifth. Bogart on deck. Ball strike to Merrill, and now it's 1-2.
That's a good pitch. That was at 97. It was elevated, and that's just a difficult pitch to hit.
The 1-2 swung on and missed strike 3. Elevated fastball.
Went up there 2 times in a row.
That's 3 strikeouts for Klein. 2 out. Bogart's coming up.
I like that. You throw a pitch, you see the hitter has difficulty with it. Come back with the same one. He went fishing again.
Comes back with the A material. Bogarts has doubled and scored a run tonight. France leading from first. Klein delivers. Ball strike. It's 0-1. Freddie Fermin is on deck. Klein set at the chest. Now here's the pitch to Bogarts. High and inside. It's 1-1. Dodgers hang on and win, they'll be 13 games in front of the Padres. By far, they've got the largest lead of any of the division leaders in the bigs. Now the 1-1 from Klein, and Bogarts grounds it to third. Short hop play by Muncy, throws to first, and the inning is over. Muncy just getting better and better defensively at third. No runs and a hit, one left after 4.5 hits. The Dodgers 8, the Padres 6.
How do we rise?
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
Oh, we got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that. They should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables. No vegetables? No vegetables. No, it's just straight protein? Yeah.
Pat Murphy going to use an ace up his sleeve and bring in Christian Yelich with a tying run aboard at third base. Fly ball to deep right! It is way back, it's gone! Yelich delivers in the clutch. It's his first career pinch hit home run, and he left nothing in the tank.
My God, how far did that go?
Oh, I got Soto. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday, just wait. Jackson Holiday's good. Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now. Yeah, Tony Gwynn. Also, that's good. That's Spring a good break. card. Oh, these are like real ones. There's gum in here. 87, baby. These are. This gum's from 1987. Actually from 87. Go ahead, take a piece of it. That's 1987. Oh my God, that is gum. It's gum. I'm not taking a bite of it. I'm not taking a bite of it either.
Of the 18 hitters in this game already have at least one hit. And for the Padres, their third pitcher, Matsui, coming in. Matsui. Left-hander. Facing the left-handed hitting Rushing, beginning the bottom half of the fifth. First pitch, Rushing squares to bunt, takes it back. It's low, 1 ball, no strikes. Third baseman Machado's positioned himself about where the shortstop normally does. And so Rushing was perhaps looking to bunt in that direction. On 1-0, swinging away this time, and takes low and outside. It's 2-2. Correction, 2-0. 2-0. When we head to the sixth, Steven Nelson, even Steven, will be joining you. Now Rushing swings and misses. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 to Rushing. Low and outside, 3-1. Where after getting just beaten to a pulp at Wrigley Field yesterday, 23 runs, the Padres have given up 40 runs in a 3-game span. That's the most in the history of the franchise. And it does not appear to be getting any better anytime soon.
No, not the record you want to have.
Rushing on 3-1 with a line drive toward right, and that's over the head of Tatis, rolls to the wall, and arriving at second base rushing with a leadoff double in the bottom half of the fifth.
It's been top to bottom, really, in tonight's ball game as far as the Dodgers offense.
Rushing is now 3 for 3. There are a lot of Padres out on the field right now looking at their shoes. Tommy Edman is 1 for 2. Matsui set. Rushing leads from second. Call strike. It's 0-1 to Tommy Edman at 372 since joining the club. Of course, missing the season up until a couple of weeks ago. But boy, he has come back with both barrels blazing. Here's the 0-1. He fouls it off. It's 0-2. Again, we mentioned that the Padres have scored the fewest runs of any of the 30 teams in Major League Baseball. And their ERA is 15th in the bigs. Here's the 0-2. Edman takes low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, if you can't hit, you can't pitch. It's really hard to win. Matsui, his 9th pitch, with Rushing leading off second. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Dodgers 8-6. Edman, the switch hitter, batting from the right side. Loops one down the right field line. That is going to drop in for a hit and roll to the wall. Rushing will score easily. Edman will hold at second base. RBI double for Tommy Edman. The Dodgers now lead the Padres 9-6.
Well, man, the Dodgers are 5 for 10 tonight with runners in scoring position. Of course, we talked in the pregame show about how good of a job they did on the road in these spots as well. And on the road trip, the Dodgers hit 355 with runners in scoring position. Had 93 at-bats compared to just 55 of the opposing team.
And now here's Ohtani. 1 for 2 and a walk. Edman leading off second. Dodgers lead by 3, 9-6 in the bottom half of the 5th. Ohtani lifts into the air, left side. Machado in foul territory on the warning track will make the catch. First out of the bottom of the 5th.
Well, friends, you can take home a Shohei Ohtani Greatest Game bobblehead. It's presented by Inama. It takes place on Wednesday against the Rockies. So for tickets and information, check it out, Dodgers.com/promotions.
Now here's Andy Pages, who has doubled and scored a run tonight. Pages at 271. Edman is going to steal second base, and he just picked the pocket of Matsui and the catcher for me. I don't mind if I'll take third base.
Yeah, but you've got Machado playing near the third base bag, but there was just simply no throw.
It appears as if the Padres' balloon has been burst. Again, now just looking at their body language, you're bringing the infield in. Edman leading off third base. Machado, the only infielder back. The 2-0 to Pages. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is the 5th time in the last 9 games that the Dodgers have had at least 14 hits. They're at 9 runs and 15 hits with 1 out, 1 on, and 1 in the bottom of the 5th, leading 9-6. Here's 2-1. In the dirt, pass for Mean. Edman comes in to score. 10-6. the Padres, the wheels are just falling apart. They're jalopy.
Oh. Well, right now, the jalopy looks like it's being towed.
The Dodgers are administering a whooping. Meanwhile, 3-1 to Andy Pages. 10 runs, 15 hits for the Dodgers. Matsui on 3-1. Pages fouls it back, and it's 3-2. Well, after the first inning, got a sense that maybe the Dodgers were kind of half asleep after the lackluster performance in Sacramento last night. But the snooze alarm got them in the second inning, and they have had 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 2 more here in the fifth. 3-2 to Pages. And here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Pages takes a 1-out walk.
Well, the offense and the fact that Will Klein came in and he's gone back-to-back innings. He's allowed 1 hit in the 7 batters that he's faced. He struck out 3. It kind of puts on the back burner, at least for right now, the conversation about Roki Sasaki. But that's still a growing issue. Just 3 innings tonight. And the last 2 outings that Sasaki's had. It's 7 innings, 9 runs, 10 hits, 7 walks, 1 hit batter, and only 60% of the pitches were even strikes.
Now Matsui, the lefty, delivers to Friedman. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. One of the things that has led, I suspect, more than anything, to the 56 wins for the Dodgers, the 6-man rotation. It's worked. Now, he's rapidly becoming the 6th in the rotation and maybe on his way to being the 7th as Freeman fouls it back. It's 1-1.
Yeah, well, the 6-man rotation really out of necessity. You've got 2 of your premier starters that we haven't seen much of. And then Snell and Glasnow.
And again, you've got Ohtani, who pitches once a week. Yamamoto pitches once a week. And so the 6-man rotation for this group fits the bill. As you mentioned, Snell and Glasnow coming back eventually. The 1-1. Freeman takes outside. It's 2-1. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network. Balls and a strike to Freddie Freeman with Pages leading off first. He takes high and inside. 3-1. Dodgers leading 10-6. 1 out, 1 on, 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Charlie Steiner, Rick Monday, Steven Nelson coming on in the 6th. Got Dwayne McDonald, David Vassay, and a band of thousands. 50-some-odd thousand at the stadium. Here's the 3-1. Freeman swings and misses. And it's now 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Let's see if Pages goes. Matsui steps off the rubber and Pages scampers back to first. On 3-2, runner stays put. Freeman fouls it back. Ramon Marquez now warming up in the San Diego bullpen. Outfield straight away. Bogart standing practically behind second base. Machado in the shortstop spot as Freeman takes low and inside, ball 4. Woof. Mookie Betts 2 for 3. His hot hitting continues. Now there's a meeting on the mound, and the entire infield is there. Craig Salmon remains in the dugout along with Ruben Niebla.
I'm standing.
Well, they were buying time and getting Marquez a couple of more pitches to warm up. Salmon taking his time.
He's calling out a trainer, but he's still wanting someone else's attention in the dugout.
Home plate umpire Ben May has joined the group.
Well, the trainer turns around and goes back into the dugout.
Salmon is just continuing the conversation. Salmon looking into the dugout. Yeah, he wants somebody to come out and look at something.
Yeah, they want him to come out and check for mean.
Took a foul tip right off the bat.
Took a foul ball somewhere off the right shoulder. The catchers, they take such a beating, and Fermin's going to leave the game.
Fermin's coming out, yeah.
The delay, Charlie, was to get a Spanish-speaking trainer to come out so they could find out exactly the condition of Fermin's shoulder by having a conversation with him directly.
So Salmon is talking with home plate umpire Ben May. He was part of that group on top of the hill. There's been no motion to the bullpen. Salmon is coming back into the first base dugout. The Padres are bring on a new catcher.
Rodolfo Duran.
Rodolfo Duran is out of the dugout now, and he'll reintroduce himself to everybody. And Duran playing catch with Manny Machado to loosen up his arm. For the Padres, this game has been brutal, and we're not even finished with the fifth inning. Dodgers 10 runs and 15 hits. San Diego 6 runs and 8. Mookie Betts coming up. Matsui taking a couple of warm-up tosses, and now we're ready to play some more. Betts 2 for 3. And a couple of runs scored. Paez leading off second, Freeman off first. Matsui, the lefty, delivers. Betts takes a strike. It's 0-1. Dodgers to this point on their way to their 57th win. They'll go 26 over 500. Fly ball to deep, right center field. It's way back, and on the warning track, Tatis will make the catch. Paez will tag and go to third. There's 2 out. And now here comes Max Muncy. Muncy is 2 for 3. Muncy with 2 hits. Betts with 2 hits. Tucker with 3 hits. Rushing, 3 hits. Edman, 2 hits. 10 runs, 15 hits for the Dodgers. First and third, 2 out. Matsui to Muncy. Ball strike, it's 0-1. Packed house, and the home team is putting on quite a performance. Here's the 0-1. It's low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's really amazing. Well, the 10 runs through 4 2/3 innings. 15 hits already. Those hits are the last 2 innings.
1-1 to Muncy, runners at the corners. Matsui deals, and Muncy fouls it off to the left, 1-2. The only Dodger hitter not on base tonight, Oscar Hernandez. Now the 1-2 to Muncy. Here it comes. Down he goes, call strike 3, and that will end the inning. Dodgers tack on a couple of more runs. Through 5, they lead the Padres 10-6, and
the first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
All right, so here's the Mets home jersey. To me, growing up in New York, also a very iconic jersey. The blue pinstripes that represented the Dodgers. Got the orange outline, which represented the Giants, which are the 2 teams that left New York. And then subsequently, the Mets were created. You know, my parents were Mets fans growing up. And this was the jersey that I also dreamed of wearing.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Oh. This ball's hit deep to left field. Ryan Reynolds clears the deck. Wow! Bangs off the facade of the second deck. Anchored down with his first home run. Back-to-back Bucks. 5-0 Pittsburgh.
That's what you want to see from Brian Reynolds. Driving the ball, using the middle of the field, and got that pitch out over the middle of the plate. Fans up there don't usually get home run balls. They almost got one there. And, hey, let's do it.
Coming out of the broadcast bullpen, Stephen Ellison hopping in for the great Charlie Steiner alongside Rick Monday. With producer and engineer Dwayne McDonald calling you in studio. Now on the mound for L.A., Brock Stewart, the right-hander, replaces Will Klein, who was outstanding. 2 scoreless, just 1 hit, and he struck out 3. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Padre order. And he starts his evening with strike 1 to Rodolfo Duran, who came in for the injured Freddie Fermin the last half inning. Duran hitting a .132 and OPS of 547. Stewart's 0-1. Chop to third. In the glove of Muncy. Shuffles and throws to Freeman, a routine first out of the 6th. I mean, Mo, what a weird one. 6-0 Padres after 1.5 innings. 10 unanswered runs for the Dodgers. And again, just starting the 6th. Last of the order, Samad Taylor. Strike one from Stewart.
Of course, we talked on the road trip about the Dodgers creating opportunities to score runs. And by far, many more at-bats with runners in scoring position than the opposing teams. They scored many more runs than the opposing team, going 7-2 in that 9-game road trip.
Strike two from Stewart. 10-6 Dodgers, bases empty, 1 out for San Diego in the 6th.
And what a luxury it is to turn it over to the bullpen. Have the bullpen, as you mentioned, with Will Klein, 2 spotless innings, 3 punch-outs.
The 0-2 pitch. Hook's low and away. If the Dodgers are able to hang on here the rest of the way, it would be the largest comeback victory of the season, eclipsing the previous best, a 5-run deficit that they overcame. On a 1-2, Taylor's jammed, and he just fists it into shallow right field for a bloop base hit.
It's a case of a good pitch and a little bit of luck by a hitter. That ball's up and in, inside-out swing, but it jammed him.
And so Taylor gets on for the top of the order. Fernando Tatis Jr. Dodgers leading by 4. Stewart out of the stretch. Misses low and away. Tatis tonight, 1 for 2. Doubled, walked, scored twice, stolen a base. Flew out to center his last time up. The pitch. Misses with a breaking ball. 2-0 for Tatis. Stewart sets up extreme first base side of the rubber, throws back to first. Swipe tag attempt from Freeman, but Taylor back to the bag in time with a head first slide. On a 2-0, Tatis swings and fouls it away up and to the right, strike one. Padre right fielder had a 23-game on-base streak come to an end yesterday in the Cubs' drubbing of the Padres at Wrigley Field. 23-3. Here comes the 2-1. And Hook slowing away, rushing, throws his left glove hand over to the backhand side to keep it in front of him.
Yeah, you look at that score in a Wrigley Field, you think, oh, the wind only blew out when the Padres
right.
were on defense.
One direction for one team. Stewart behind, 3-1, the pitch. Chop too short. Betts to second. Here's the turn. In time for 2. 6-4-3 twin killing. And Brock Stewart pumps his fist into the glove after a scoreless top of the 6th. We go to the bottom half of the Dodgers still leading 10-6.
What's up, LA County? Freddie Freeman here. Ready to talk recycling? Remember, Champions recycle beverage containers. Help keep our communities clean, all while scoring cash back when you turn in CRV cans and bottles. That's a home run for you and LA. So step up to the plate, recycle like a champ, and let's keep LA winning on and off the field. Find a recycling center near you and learn more at cleanla.com.
To win on the field, it takes a singular focus. One team working together to claim victory. At City of Hope, our team.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G.
to open the fifth inning. Chopper from Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, did you see that? I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better.
Coming out of the pen for the Padres, his first relief appearance since he was a rookie in Colorado way back in 2016. Dodgers have scored in each of the last 4 innings, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. And they'll try and keep that streak alive. Kyle Tucker's got a streak going as well. He has reached in each of his last 7 plate appearances. Take strike 1 from Marquez. He had 4 walks last night, the series finale in Sacramento. And tonight he's got 3 singles, including 1 RBI knock. And he scored a run as well. Checks his swing, but the ball finds his barrel, bounces foul toward Teo in the on-deck circle. So it's 1-1. And Tucker serves it down the left field line. A fair ball is going to bounce into the corner. And Kyle Tucker is 4 for 4. 8 straight plate appearances, reaching base safely.
That's the 6th double by Dodger hitters tonight.
The Dodgers have had the leadoff batter aboard in 5 of 6 innings tonight. Teoscar Hernandez goes chasing a knuckle curve in the dirt, strike 1. It has not been a pretty night at the plate for Hernandez. Of course, that's splitting hairs a little bit. The Dodgers scoring 10 unanswered runs and ahead 10-6. Here's the pitch. Hernandez lifts a high fly ball to straightaway center field. Merrill drifting back in front of the warning track by a few steps. He reaches up, makes the catch. Tucker will tag from second and slide into third safely. So it's a productive first out here in the 6th.
Oscar just under net a little bit. When the Dodgers arrived in Sacramento, who was greeting them in the lobby at midnight? Teoscar Hernandez. He had a big smile, and his teammates had a smile to see him rejoin off the injury.
Well, if anybody had a bigger smile than one Andy Pages. So now Dalton rushing. He's also 3 for 3, like Kyle Tucker was coming into the 6th inning. Breaking ball in the dirt. Padre infield in. Tucker on third, 1 out. Rushing with a home run in the second to really spark the comeback. Went from 6-0 to 6-2 after Rushing's 10th homer. The 1-0 pitch. Rushing hits it foul toward the reserve level on the third base side. Then he came to the plate in the 4th, leading off. He singled off the left-hander Wandy Peralta, and that jump-started a 4-run inning that frame. Marquez misses upstairs, 2-1. And then he led off again in the 5th against a different lefty, Mo, and he doubled and came around to score. He has reached and scored all 3 times. Marquez is 2-1. Rushing fouls it to the left side again, 2-2.
I tell you, Stephen, what's impressed me tonight with Rushing is the swing, the timing. And there are many times the hitter will say, look, you've got to trust your hands. And he has really utilized quick hands in the 3 hits that he's had tonight.
The pitch. Rushing slices a fly ball left center field, pushing Merrill to the wall, and he makes the catch on the warning track, and that's plenty deep to score a run. Tucker comes home on the sacrifice fly, and the Dodgers turn this one up to 11. Now 11-6. in the 6th.
And just really productive at-bats. Really kicking off in the second inning.
And one of the Dodgers who went over toward the top step to applaud Rushing for his efforts, Shohei Ohtani, who's on deck. Strike one to Tommy Edman. 2 outs and the bases clear now in the 6th.
Well, the Dodgers have scored in the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and also here in the 6th.
The 0-1 in the dirt. Ball and a strike on Edman, who is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. On a 1-1, Edman swings over the top of a breaking ball down and in. Strike 2.
That's Vessian putting up some warm-up pitches in the Dodgers bullpen.
Well, Edman has come out of the blocks hot in 2026. Multiple hits in 6 of his first 13 games. Gets a piece of a knuckle curve to stay alive for at least one more. The count's still 1-2.
And he's really added versatility. We mentioned this a little earlier. Edman, second base tonight. We've seen him in left field since he came back. He can play any place in the infield.
The 1-2 pitch slices it foul.
And in the outfield too. And the good news is his ankle has held up since he's returned.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Edman in Sacramento. This is the best he's felt since the beginning of last year. On a 1-2, he had that tremendous hot start. He was at an OPS of 879 through April 22nd. 8 home runs his first 92 at-bats, and then the ankle started barking again. Here comes the 2-2. Edman out in front, pulls it high in the air, foul, first base side. Now, they are still working through some things with the ankle. There's a lot of scar tissue that they have to break through.
Mean, there's going to be constant maintenance on that. And you've got to make sure that you treat it the right way.
Another 2-2. Marquez working with some decent pace. Fouled back in the net.
And by treat it the right way, I'm talking about Tommy Edman. Staying with the program. To loosen it up sufficiently before the games. Is he icing it down afterwards? How long? How does it feel?
Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, full count. This is a heck of a fight from Edman. Played off the 9th pitch from Marquez. Here's number 10, the payoff. That's inside, ball 4. And what a 2-out walk that was for Edman to give Ohtani a chance to hit with some traffic.
Well, ballpark's the place to be tomorrow night. Place to be every night, for that matter. Game 2 of the series against the Padres. 7:10 start. Stay after the ball game. Night sky is going to get painted with an unforgettable Moana-themed drone shows presented by General Mills. Don't get left out. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Marquez to Ohtani, and this is scalded down the right field side into the net. Foul, though. Strike 1. Ohtani reached his first 2 times, a single and a walk, but he's been retired in each of the last 2. Marquez is 0-1. Fouled away left field side, tailing toward the low level. Quickly 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2. Bounced foul off the front of the Padre dugout. Dodgers up 11-6 in the 6th inning. At one point, they trailed 6-0. 16 hits, and they're not yet done in this 6th inning. Edman on first, 2 out. Another 0-2 from Marquez. Dives downstairs. Let's kill the bug that was going to attack you. You're welcome. On a 1-2. Ohtani swings through a fastball and is down on strikes. So Edman's walk is stranded, but the Dodgers get a run on a sacrifice fly from Dalton Rushing. 11-6 on to the 7th. here at Unico Field at Dodger Stadium, but an entertaining one for sure. The Dodgers trailing 6-0 at one point early. It's now 11-6. The Dodgers on top. On Wednesday in Sacramento, it was a planned bullpen game, and a salute to Charlie Barnes for his service. 7 innings, 94 pitches, and he wore 7 earned runs to preserve the bullpen for an unplanned bullpen game here tonight.
And those things are overlooked.
Yep.
And much appreciated by everybody.
Alex Vesia, the new arm out there for L.A., facing Jake Cronenworth, left-handed hitting second baseman. Watches strike one. Fastball at 92.
And last night was just a clunker offensively. I just had just 1 run on 5 hits. And that run was on a Freddie Freeman home run.
The 0-1. Cronenworth in the air, right center field. Pages after it, and he makes a basket catch at the waist, running in for out number 1.
Well, he had a good jump and perfect angle on the ball.
Dodgers back home after a 7-2 road trip. The best road team in baseball this year. The best road offense, well, the offense has traveled home. 11 runs on 16 hits. They lead by 5. You're with 1 out in the top of the 7th. The boos rain down for Manny Machado. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, the total of runs don't necessarily give the entire story, but on that road trip, the Dodgers winning 7 of those 9 you're talking about, they scored 52 runs to 34.
On 0-1, Machado watches up and away. And that run differential includes a 7-1 loss in San Diego and a 7-1 loss against the A's last night.
The Dodgers again tonight have created scoring opportunities. I talked so many times about runners in scoring position on the trip. They had 93 such at bats compared to just 55.
On a 1-1, Vesia gets a foul ball back and strike 2.
So if you're creating more opportunities to score, it figures if you get a base hit here and there, you're going to have more runs on the board. Well, both of those held true.
Vesia kicking some dirt on the mound. Pitch clock winding down. 3, 2, and 1. He starts his windup in time. The pitch. This is inside.
Yeah, barely in time.
In this pitch clock here, you do see umpires give pitchers the benefit of the doubt more often than not, as long as they are into their windup or making a move out there as the pitch clock is down to 1 or 0. They tend to let it go. On a 2-2. Vesia misses inside again, full count. They're trying to work Machado with a heater inside. Vesia goes to the back of the bump, picks up the rosin bag. Shaking his head on the mound, shaking his body out as well, as Dodger fans know and love Vesia to do. Now the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went to the slider to get him.
A 5-run lead, that's a no-walk situation right there. If you're going to get on base, you've got to swing the lumber.
First 2 out in the 7th. Bases remain empty. 11-6 Dodgers. Now the cleanup hitter and the designated hitter, Gavin Sheets. 1 for 3 with a double. Struck out his most recent trip up there. Vesia starts him off the breaking ball, but it's outside, ball 1. Now, since the Padres jumped out to the 6-0 lead, San Diego is 3 for its last 17 offensively. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens 1-1. Facing another lefty, Vesia kicks and fires. Gets a foul ball straight back, strike 2. Vesia needs one more strike to finish the 7th. Pitch on the way. Check swing, poked foul down the third base line. Sheets nearly had himself an accidental hit there. And it was foul third base by a few feet. Sheets asked for time. He's granted that. First of 4 for these two division rivals, separated by a dozen games in the division, entering play tonight. All parties ready on a 1-2. Sheets fouls another one away. This one further down the left side. Now, on one hand, it's interesting. I suppose it depends what kind of fan you are, what level of optimist or pessimist you are. But the last couple of times the Dodgers ran away with the division, it did not bode well for their postseason success. Comparatively, the last 2 years, winning back-to-back championships, they were pushed a little bit. SCM misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's not to say anybody in that clubhouse or in the front office is rooting for L's or anything like that the rest of the way. Sheets fouls another one back, still 2-2. Bases cleared, 2 outs, top 7. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sheets. The pitch is in the dirt. Full count.
So back-to-back full counts.
He's able to get Machado with a slider. What does he give Sheets, the lefty? The 3-2. It's the hard stuff, but it's inside, ball 4 and a 2-out walk.
First baseman, number 25, Ty France.
Of course, the postseason still a long ways away. The All-Star break, though, is not. This 4-game series against the Padres, and the Rockies come to town for 3. They finish up the quote-unquote first half against Arizona. Strike 1 to Ty France, right-handed hitting first baseman. 1 for 3 with a single so far tonight. One fly to shallow right center field. Pages racing after it, and he's there with plenty of time. Makes the catch to strand the 2-out walk. It's time to stretch at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers lead the Padres 11-6. bottom of the 7th. We'll have Andy Pages, Freddie Freeman, and Mookie Betts due up to face German Marquez. Marquez into his windup. Misses low to Pages. Ball 1. Andy has reached twice. Had an RBI double. 2-run double, to be more specific, in the 4th. Then he walked in the 5th. There's a strike from Marquez to even the count. A fastball at 95. The pitch. Hooks low and away. It's the 14th time that the Dodgers have had double-digit runs, at least 10 in a game this year, the most occurrences in Major League Baseball. Pages pushes a fly ball to Tatis in right. Routine for him. 1 gone.
First base, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie had a base hit in the 1st, a walk in the 5th. He was retired 2 times before that. First pitch swinging, fouled away. To our left, strike 1.
They've not been able to get him out very often. Not just the Padres, other teams. Last 15 games hitting at .379 with 9 extra base hits.
The pitch misses low. And so Freddie suddenly, Mo, is knocking on the door of the 300 average. You know, that is one of his goals every year. He wants to be as close to that number as possible. Flies the ball left of center field. Merrill going toward left. He reaches up and makes the catch calmly. 2 gone. Now Mookie Betts.
How about Freeman and Betts batting back-to-back?
Have fun, pitchers.
Oh.
First pitch from Marquez is a strike.
So, for example, mentioned that Freeman, the last 15 games hitting .379. And then Betts, the last 16 games coming in tonight, .373, and that average has gone up.
The pitch. Betts pulls it on the ground to short. His former teammate Bogarts throws him out. The Dodgers go down in order in the 7th. Go to the 8th. It's still 11-6 Dodgers.
Escape the... And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Cranked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got on there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "Did you see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form, you know, head down, looking at the path of the ball, swing the bat, front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Was not good times the first 2 innings for the Dodgers. The Padres scored 2 in the 1st, 4 in the second, 6-0 San Diego. Like, oh my goodness, this is how you're going to start a 4-game series, going down 6-zip. But the Dodgers have scored the last 11 runs, 11 unanswered. And they lead by 5, 6 outs away from a win. Edgardo Enriquez on the mound for the 8th. First batter he's facing is Jackson Merrill, center fielder in the 6th spot for San Diego. First pitch, caught on and missed, strike 1. Challenged him with the hard stuff right away. Enriquez settling, ball in the glove, held tightly at the chest. The pitch pops the mitt, strike 2. Fastball at 101. Enriquez has been on a roll here of late. And as he enters his 32nd appearance, his ERA down to 2.76 in 32 2/3 innings. 33 Ks. Yes, 11 walks, but he's been good. Spikes a curve, 1-2. "16 of Enriquez's last 18 appearances have been scoreless ones. That includes 7 consecutive scoreless outings entering the series." Misses up and away with the fastball, 2-2.
His velocity has been up there too.
His pitch to Merrill. Gone on and bounced to first. Freeman stops it on the backhand. Enriquez covering the bag. Steps on it, beats Merrill by a couple of steps. 1 gone here in the 8th. Well, you could join the Dodgers for Freddie Freeman 18th inning walk-off bobblehead night. That's this coming Monday against Colorado. The first 40,000 fans will take home this exclusive Freddie Freeman bobblehead. It's presented by 76. For tickets, more information, go to Dodgers.com/promotions.
Enriquez, by the way, just looked this up. His fastball average is 100.7. We were taught in school, okay, fine, round it off. He's averaging 101.
Okay, fine. Yeah, 5 or higher. Round up. Strike 1 to the right-handed hitting Xander Bogaerts. 103. I don't have the decimal points. We don't know if the gun is worn. The 0-1, Bogaerts swings and taps it right back to Enriquez. Plays it at the foot of the mound. Overhand toss to Freddie Freeman. That's out number 2 in the 8th. Dodgers looking for their largest comeback win since July 13th, 2022, when they came back from 6 runs down in that contest. Down 6-0 early tonight. On the other side, if the score holds, this would be the second time this year San Diego has blown a lead of at least 6 runs. Strike 1 to Donan, the catcher in the 8th spot. The 0-1, fouled away right side. It was supposed to be an off day for Duran. Freddie Fermin got the start, but then took a foul ball off the mask and was rattled, so he left the game in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, called strike 3. Enriquez caps a 1-2-3-8 with a K. 11-6 Dodgers in the middle of the 8th.
People are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet. So it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Ahead in the count, Cardinals down 5. Swing and a drive. That's a mammoth shot for Gorman. A long home run over the bullpen.
No, that was
a pretty easy swing by Gorman, and that ball went way over the Cardinals bullpen in right field. He has tremendous power.
Get a good pitch to hit. When you do, don't miss it. Nolan didn't.
443-foot shot by Nolan Gorman all over it. Deep right field for Gorman. He got all of it.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Bottom of the eighth. Dodgers ahead by 5. 11-6 LA. 11 unanswered runs for this Dodger lineup. Took a bit of a breather in that series finale in Sacramento. One that I think most people could have seen coming. But they're right back to their usual ways here tonight. Max Muncy will kick off the eighth. Takes a strike from Marquez. Third inning of work for Marquez in his first relief appearance in 10 seasons. Is 0-1. Muncy waves at a breaking ball. Strike 2. 11 runs on 16 hits for the Dodgers. Everybody except Teoscar Hernandez is a part of the box score right now. Knuckle curve slips up and away. 1-2. Pitch. Foul back. What's been the most impressive thing to you about this comeback for the Dodgers tonight?
Well, I think the way that they have done it, they did not cash in the chips and say, oh, we'll get them tomorrow night.
Muncy flies the 1-2 to center field. Merrill runs in and makes the catch.
I really thought with the two-run home run by Dalton Rushing, with one out in the second inning, they closed the gap. That was 6-2 at the time. Okay, then they come back and score two more in the third. And from top to bottom, it's been a very productive lineup. Guys have had some very good at-bats. They've taken some walks here and there.
Speaking of good at-bats, Kyle Tucker climbs in. He's 4 for 4 tonight. Ball one away. He has reached 8 straight plate appearances. You combine the 4 walks he had on Wednesday in Sacramento with the 4 hits tonight. Tonight, 3 hits and a double. He scored twice. The pitch. Misses in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. I believe Pedro Guerrero has the franchise record 14 times in a row in the mid-80s. So Tucker still has some work to do to get that. The 2-0 pitch misses up, ball 3.
Guerrero found a lot of areas for base hits.
Tucker in the driver's seat. The 3-0 pitch from Marquez is taken for a strike. Fastball at 94. On a 3-1. Tucker takes outside, ball 4, and he reaches again. It's a 1-out walk and his 9th consecutive time reaching safely. So now Hernandez is going to try and join the fun. 0 for 4 with a strikeout and a double play grounded into. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Tucker is actually the second Dodger this year to reach at least 9 straight times. Shohei did it earlier this month. The 1-0. Hernandez watches downstairs, ball 2. Tanner Scott is warming in the Dodger pen for the 9th inning. 11-6 LA. Marquez is 2-0. Bounce foul toward the end of the Dodger dugout. Strike 1. Just hit 10 p.m. here in Los Angeles. Marquez with the ball at the belt is 2-1 to Teo. Low and away, ball 3. The pitch. Hernandez swings and fouls back. A fastball in the count fills up. Well, neither starter tonight was long for the game. Both Sasaki and Vasquez lasted just 3 innings. Marquez's payoff. It's in the dirt, ball 4. Back-to-back walks for the Dodgers here in the 8th. And we're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers Audio Network. Two on, 1 out, bottom of the 8th. The Dodgers leading the Padres 11-6. Digging in, Dalton Rushing is a perfect 3 for 3 tonight with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. He is a triple shy of the cycle. First pitch, hit on the ground, right side, base hit. Tucker is going to be waved home. Tatis's throw is off the mark by a mile. So Tucker scores. Hernandez gets to third. And Rushing stays perfect on the night. 4 for 4 with 4 driven in.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a better hand action. Much quicker with the hands and getting the bat through the hitting zone tonight for Rushing. And hopefully that's a sign of some very good things to come. I mentioned earlier that Tatis has the strongest throwing arm of any of the outfielders, but it's not the most accurate.
So a dozen for the Dodgers, now up 12-6. And not yet done. Tommy Edman at the plate, still only 1 out. With Dodgers on the corners, the first pitch, swinging a miss, strike 1.
16th at bat with a runner in scoring position. They have 6 hits tonight in those spots.
If memory serves me, I believe 17 hits is the season high for the Dodgers. They have matched that here tonight. A couple outs to set a new watermark here in 2026.
That would have been Monday night against the A's in Sacramento. 9 runs on 17 hits.
Hits and RBI
The 1-1 pitch to Edman. Misses away. So Rushing, career high night for him. Hits an RBI in a single game with 4. He's standing on first. Teoscar Hernandez drifts off third. Here comes the 2-1. Fouled back, and the count squares. The 2-2. Edman bounces the ball to Bogarts. He steps on the bag for 1, throws to first, a double play to end the inning. The fans won't get to see Ohtani hit one more time. The Dodgers get 1 in the 8th and make it a dozen. 12-6 going to the 9th. They need 3 outs.
Let's talk about Genesis of Van Nuys, just like the boys in.
consecutive ball game. He's homered in 4 straight, 5 of his last 6. That's 17.
1 earned run, 2 runs on 1 hit, no walks, 9 strikeouts for Tarek Skubal. Just nice to see him get back to being dominating Tarek Skubal, because this is the guy we're going to see a lot of the rest of the year.
7 scoreless innings for Christopher Sanchez tonight, lowers his ERA to exactly 2.00.
It's a long home run for Junior Caminero. He's homered now in 5 consecutive games.
He has 8 home runs in his last 7 games. Those are video game numbers.
What a start for Cade Cavalli. Ends his night with an even 100 pitches, strikes out a career-high 13, and gets some love from his teammates and coaches.
Whoa. Good effort down there. That's just foul. Whoa.
So swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying. And he says he's all right. It says, who needs a beverage?
I need
Look at this.
He wants a beer, guys.
I hope Todd remembers the safe word.
You have become a legend. 2 dislocated shoulders and a broken clavicle. Not a problem. I want to go party with that guy.
Coming home to start the homestand, Charlie Barnes, who did a heck of a job last night, and the job he was asked to do was optioned. Gervais will work with a 12-6 lead, 3 outs away from finishing off this series opening win. The Dodgers didn't expect tonight to be a bullpen game, but the bullpen has shined, Mo. I mean, after Roki Sasaki really struggled in his 3 innings of work. Ball 1 outside from Gervais to the number 9 hitter, Samad Taylor.
Well, Dave Roberts is going to be asked some questions about, well, Roki Sasaki. Does he stay in the rotation?
I don't know that they have an option. I mean, Blake Snell is trying to work his way back.
And that's
Sasaki and Dave Roberts will be going concurrently. Choose wisely.
The 2-0 pitch nearly hits Taylor. Gervais, the 6'10" right-hander, taking a deep breath right next to the first base side of the rubber. And the Dodgers ahead 12-6. The 3-0 to Taylor is called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Taylor is tapping the helmet.
The call strike's being challenged by the batter.
And it did catch the zone.
There's a strike. San Diego has 1 remaining.
The Padres have
Taylor's shaking his head. He's trying to argue with the system.
Yeah, he's now smiling in the box. So it's 3-1 for Gervais. The pitch. And the next pitch was not close. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk. That's not what he wanted to do.
But when we're looking at Sasaki, too, Stephen, I mean, you start to look at it. I mean, realistically, the last 2 starts that he's had now, both against the Padres, 7 innings, 9 runs, 10 hits, 7 walks, 1 hit batter, 169 pitches. Only 60% of those were strikes.
Fernando Tatis takes ball 1, again not close for Gervais. And he's going to get a mound visit from both Dalton Rushing and Mark Pryor. I like this for Gervais, who he definitely needs it. He's jumpy out there, and I think it's working way too fast against him, given the situation. It's 12-6 Dodgers, top of the 9th inning. Runner on, nobody out. But to your point, Mo, you know, in talking to some of the Dodgers coaches about Roki specifically, entering today, and what we saw today did not change the equation, I don't think. But the message to the Dodgers right-hander was to attack, was to not pitch with any fear, was to pitch with conviction. And these last few turns now, after a pretty lengthy stretch where he was really strong, he got the ERA right above 4, was knocking on the doorstep of being in the 3s. And then things have just kind of gone by the wayside for him. After the mound visit, Gervais' first pitch is a breaking ball low.
Well, that mindset was hopefully going to be transferred. Sasaki, the last couple of outings in particular, has not been the attacker. He's been the attackee.
The 2-0 pitch. There's one in there for Gervais. Throws a cutter to Tatis. ERA for Sasaki after tonight, 6 earned runs in 3 innings. It jumps to 5.4. Yeah. So he got it down to 4.0 and change.
And 3 home runs in 2 innings.
Gervais misses inside again, ball 3. And now this forces the Dodgers. Tanner Scott was up earlier just loosening, perhaps, again, just to do that, get loose. But now he may have to come in if Gervais can't find it.
Dave Roberts, a little exasperated at the present time. The last thing he wants to do is have to go to the bullpen again and put a stress inning on another reliever just to get the final 3 outs.
Full count now for Gervais. He's ready for his payoff pitch. It's on the way. Tatis swings and misses. Strike 3, and he did him a favor. Chased a slider low and outside, and that gives Gervais out number 1 in the 9th, and perhaps gives the tall righty a moment to gather himself. Ninth strikeout for the Dodgers staff tonight. Sasaki had 3. Klein had 3 in 2 innings. Vesia, Enriquez, and now Gervais. Ball 1 to Jake Cronenworth. Dodgers 12, Padres 6. 2 outs, or perhaps 1 ground ball from getting out of this thing. There's a strike from Gervais, and evens the count. Sixth time this year, the Dodgers have 17 hits in a game. A dozen runs, all of them unanswered. Cronenworth in the air, straightaway center field. Pages on his horse, back to the wall. It's over his head. He reaches up, and he makes the catch as he crashes into the wall. Andy Pages sparkles in center yet again.
Well, he's come in for baseballs tonight, made good running catches. This time he goes back, and boy, he had to go back a long, long way. Pages does not play particularly deep, and he had to alter his direction, even going back to defense, caught it right at the 395 mark and straightaway center.
That's a big second out. He's spectacular one that everybody who's still here at Dodger Stadium clapping, including his own shortstop Mookie Betts and certainly the pitcher Paul Gervais. Ball 1 to Manny Machado. Dodgers on out away from a win. And Pages reaching up with that red glove on his left hand, hauled it in. The glove smacked the 395 number on the wall. Taylor's going to take second base to the Dodgers' indifference. Ball 2 to Machado. Machado takes a cutter in strike 1. Tomorrow, the Dodgers will send Shohei Ohtani to the mound. Double duty for him against San Diego's ace, Michael King. Gervais' 2-1 pitch, swung on and popped in the air. Back behind home plate. It'll drift into the final row of the dugout club seats. Strike 2. Because a Dodger fan clanked it in the field level seats and it dropped down to a Padre fan. Now the 2-2 pitch. Machado fouls it back. San Diego down to its final strike. Gervais getting ready for his 20th pitch of the 9th inning. The Dodgers leading by 6. It's in the dirt. 3-2. The payoff to Machado. Inside, ball 4, and the game continues.
Here comes Dave Roberts.
I don't know. Tanner Scott is in the Dodger pen. I don't know if Doc has signaled just yet. Perhaps he just wants to talk to Gervais. No, he's going to take the ball from him, and he's not too pleased. Gervais working with a 12-6 lead issues 2 walks, and it forces the Dodgers to bring in Tanner Scott to get the final out of the game. We'll be right back in a moment on the Dodgers Audio Network. Top of the ninth, the Dodgers ahead 12-6. Tanner Scott forced to come into the game. This is not something Dave Roberts wanted to do at all, but obviously something he felt he had to do. We'll face the pinch-hitting Miguel Andujar, stepping in for Gavin Sheets. Andujar, right-handed hitter, Sheets a lefty. First pitch spins him around with a high slider at 93, ball 1.
Just cannot come in with a big lead in the ninth inning and walk a pair of batters and extend the ball game and burden the rest of the bullpen.
Scott breaks in strike 1, even the count. Yeah, it's one of those classic no-nos. High on the can't happen scale, but it often does. Of course, this is baseball. Scott's 1-1 on Duhar. Lifts it into left center field, down for a hit. Taylor's going to hustle in and score. That run charged to Gervais, and it's now 12-7. Pinch hit RBI single for Miguel Andujar. And Gervais head down in the Dodger dugout, shaking his head in disappointment and frustration. Now Ty France, right-handed hitter. Ball 1 upstairs. It's well, you've seen it a million times in this game, right? A young guy called up, and he wants so hard to make a strong first impression, maybe holding on too tight, and it does the opposite. Ground ball to short. Betts gobbles it up. This will do it. The throw to Freddie Freeman. That's a win for L.A. They fall down 6-0. They score the next 12 runs, and they win by a final of 12-7. We're going to step aside for a moment, come back, and put a bow on this Dodgers dub on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The Dodgers just stole second base. That means a free Dodger dog and 16-ounce Coca-Cola with the AM/PM app. Whoa, he's heading straight into an AM/PM. Crazy. There he is, walking out with his free snacks and one satisfied grin. Is that legal? Only one way to find out.
When the Dodgers steal a base, dash to the AM/PM app for the deal of the season. AM/PM, too much good stuff. Only 1,000 deals available per game on the AM/PM app for 24 hours through September 27th. Only at participating AM/PM stores while supplies last.
Every Dodgers legend started out as a rookie, but they went on to become the best in baseball.
They left behind a legacy of determination, skill, and love of the game. With the right retirement game plan, you too can leave a legacy.
23-year-old flamethrower Chase Burns, the second overall pick in 2024.
The pitch blew by you. Strike three, right over the outside corner, 2 down.
That might be the first time we've seen triple digits from Chase Burns today. Ran that one up there at 100. That's a good time to reach back for a little extra right there to put a guy away. Burns brings it. Swing and a miss. There it was. 99 right on by him. Triolo down on strikes. And the inning comes to a close on Burns' 5th strikeout of the game.
And make it 2. It's a half dozen Ks for Chase Burns.
Breaking ball in the dirt. Davis looked like he had no chance.
That one had a bit of bite to it. Kind of spun that one in the zone to Horowitz for the first batter of this inning hit.
Second, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider. 7 strikeouts for Chase Burns through 5 innings of shutout baseball against the Pirates. It's the Reds 2, Pirates nothing.
Outfield plays Casey a little bit the opposite way.
Oh my gosh. Owen Casey. Look out. Whoa. Owen. That's a 3-run bomb. The Marlins lead 13-2. He might have hit that one further than Joe McEnany did. 453 feet goes Owen Casey.
Oh, he got that fastball down and in. Oh, boy.
In baseball, it's important to use your head, but it's not always helpful.
It hit him in the head, and oh no,
That could be a home run.
Well, Jose, you have company.
And batter beware, the animal is loose.
Can I see that jump again? It looked like Luke Cornett trying to block a 3.
Now, there's top rail, and then there's yelling 4.
He hits him right in the palm of the glove.
It certainly grades an A for effort.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat.
Oh, somebody's throwing a baseball up there from the Mets dugout to try and loosen it.
Shot up the middle. That's where Hyer Lee is, and he drops the ball. Unbelievable.
And how about a look at some heads-up defensive plays?
Converging. It's Antonacci with the diving play.
And what a rolling grab by Jorge Barrosa. It's by the pool.
You to amass scoring opportunities and getting runners into scoring position.
This offense is a machine. The 4th time in the last 9 games they have at least 17 hits in a game. Truly impressive. Tomorrow they'll have Shohei Ohtani on the mound against the Padres ace Michael King. You can join us for Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck to kick off the coverage at 6, and first pitch is scheduled for 7:10. Coming up next, David Vassay has you covered with the Navien Dodgers Clubhouse Show. So on behalf of the World Series champion Rick Monday, Charlie Steiner, who's in the booth for the first 5 innings, our MVP, the producer and engineer Dwayne McDonald, plus the stud in studio holding it down for us, Colin Yee. I'm Stephen Nelson saying good night from Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium, where it was a great night for the Dodgers, beating the Padres once again, 12-7.
Must be nice to just listen to a baseball game and put all your troubles aside. Well, at KFI AM 640, we don't have that luxury. Somebody has to do the work of holding the very fabric of our society together. Bill Handel, weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. Carrie and Shannon, 9 a.m. to noon. Monks and Merrill, noon to 3 p.m. John Cobelt, 3 to 6 p.m. Tim Conway Jr., 6 to 10 p.m. KFI AM 640. Make us the #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app.
How do we rise? By being the home of firsts. From UCLA alum Jackie Robinson breaking barriers to Dr. Gottlieb reporting the first AIDS cases. Innovation isn't just part of our history, it's in our DNA. It's what drives us to keep on finding answers no one else could, like performing the first human bladder transplant. So we keep on setting the standard, rising together to change medicine and lives. UCLA Health. Keep on rising.
We're in the bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, and the pressure is mounting. If an accident has you feeling like you're down to your last strike, it's time to call in the heavy hitters. Jacoby and Myers has been clearing the bases for injured Angelinos for over 50 years. They don't just play the game, they swing for the fences and get your life back on track. Call 1-800-5-MILLION to put a powerhouse in your lineup. Jacoby and Myers, the official law firm of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Hey, LA baseball fans, get ready to score an unbeatable deal from Daniel's Jewelers. To celebrate the season, Daniel's Jewelers is giving every fan 50% off a single retail price item. Don't miss out. Score your 50% off instantly. Whether you want stunning diamonds or gold, grab this offer before it disappears. Lock in your 50% off coupon at danielsjewelers.com/baseball. danielsjewelers.com/baseball. Own the dream with Daniels Jewelers.
It's time for Dodgers baseball with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Which means it's time to grab an ice-cold Tito's and lemonade and cheer on our boys with a cocktail that bats 1,000. This season, paint the town blue with Tito's, America's favorite vodka for America's favorite pastime. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This has been LA Dodgers baseball.
A.B. Smith with a smash in the air to deep left field. This ball is out of here!
We are back-to-back champions!
They understand the assignment. Never take for granted.
They have the greatest player of a generation.
The era of Dodger baseball you're living through.
It's like the best player we've ever seen.
Ohtani stays on one!
LA Dodgers baseball has been brought to you by First 5 California. Give your child a stronger start at first5california.com. Jacoby and Myers, justice for you since 1972. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your 15-minute drive-through